Hello, my gorgeous group ones. Welcome to your reading. Let's get into what are you manifesting? I haven't done this topic in a minute and it sounded juicy when I told myself it. Like when I was like, what are they manifesting? Yeah, we'll go with that. It felt good in my body to do it. So let's get into it, okay? Something could be coming or you're manifesting something that has to do with your body, maybe weight loss, weight gain, muscle gain. You want a bigger booty, smaller waist, you want to feel healthier, more alive in your body. And you know what's really crazy? Before I started your reading, I had like a little ache in my head. It was like a migraine-ish kind of feeling. You know, if you're someone who has dealt with a migraine before, it's like one specific part of your head, like at the front lobe. And you like by your eyebrow. Anyway, I had to stop and take a bunch of deep breaths and it kind of went away. So maybe you have to take more deep breaths, take a beat. I realize that I don't deep breathe enough, and that could be something you could be manifesting more of, taking breaks, being able to breathe, rest, relax, take some time for yourself, and you're just manifesting that. You know, even if it's a few minutes in the day to just breathe, or maybe you've been wanting to start a class where you can move your body a little bit more and get more in your body, become more grounded. Deep breathing. That's something you're going to be able to manifest. A yoga class, a dance class. I'm hearing a spin class. I'm hearing Pilates, you know, things like that, right? Even art, painting, yoga in the park kind of energy. You know what I mean? Just being around other people who need to take a beat. Because one thing I do believe that we take for granted is rest. And we're kind of we'll see when we're dead is what I usually say. But it's in order to live life to the fullest, your body and your, mind has to be healthy as well. Because even if you are rich with all the money in the world and your mental health is bad or your body's bad, it's kind of can you even be fully present and enjoy the money you do have, you know? So that's the kind of energy coming through for you guys. You're going to be, I guess, manifesting more mindfulness, more health, you know, because health is wealth, you know? Things like that. And here we have the Star. We have the Seven of Cups. So more dreams. I'm hearing every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head, a million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams, it's all it's gonna take. A million dreams for the world we're gonna make. That song is coming through from The Greatest Showman, so maybe some of you are, I guess, show putter honors. You put on shows, you act, you sing, that kind of energy. You're manifesting a spot. I'm hearing you want to be on top from, I guess, America's Next Top Model. So maybe some of your models as well, you felt left out. I apologize. You're going to be manifesting some grand thing on the stage, you know, making yourself feel seen. The Star card is being seen, okay? It's 7 p.m. Friday, 95 degrees. I'm trying to be seen. Something's coming through, so you definitely are trying to be seen. And the Seven of Cups is having multiple ways of going about that. So multiple opportunities where you get to show your star power, show what you're made of, show what you've got. Okay, so a lot of opportunities are coming your way as well. But just healing. The Star card is also very healing. So you're going to be in a very healing energy. You're manifesting a very healing period in your life where things seem to be, I guess, at ease. You know, I'm hearing at ease soldier, where you're not constantly tense at the ready waiting for, you know, something to happen, or you're giving your orders to be given your orders. You're kind of able to live life the way you want to live it, you know? Is an energy coming through as well? I know you have the Five of Wands. So we have the Star again. How weird. How did the deck did this, and so crazy. Anyway, the Star card is still here. So Aquarius energy, thinking out of the box, coming up with new ideas. The Seven of Cups and the Star could also be that kind of energy as well. You know, out of the box thinking, having a whole bunch of ideas you don't really know what to do with. But one of those ideas is going to give you superstardom. So if you're someone who is in a creative field, you kind of, I guess, thrive on ideas, or your ideas are your livelihood. A lot of ideas are coming your way, okay? I'm hearing incoming, okay? Interesting. I'm hearing the song from Hamilton. It's incoming. Hamilton won't abandon ship. Yo, let's steal their candidate. Shaboom. and watch the blood in the ish spray, shaboom, and we're abandoning Kips Bay. I think it's Guns and Ships could be a vibe coming through. That song's like when they're really in the thick of battle, and what is this called? Lafayette and Hamilton are like leading the forces. You know what I mean? Or maybe I don't even think Hamilton is in that part of the song yet. He comes in after, or maybe not. I haven't watched it in a minute, but anyway, that song is coming through, Guns and Ships from Hamilton. But lots of ideas, lots of free time. Like, I guess renewal of hope could be a thing coming through as well. Okay. Can we get the bump clock cards? Because we're just sitting here. And not a card. Nair, your card has come out. Like, please. Wow, we have a lot of cards. Ten of Pentacles, gorgeous. Love that. If you can see that. Ten of Pentacles, okay? So family, home, generational wealth, feeling safe with people, community is an energy coming through. We have the Queen of Swords in reverse. So I'm definitely getting a vibe of you're turning your brain off. You're turning your brain off and getting in your body. You're feeling things, allowing yourself to feel, okay? Instead of just constantly overthinking yourself, thinking yourself into a tizzy, or like, you know, headaches could definitely be a thing as well. We have the Three of Wands, so imagining better things, being very optimistic, or in a more optimistic light. You're seeing things in a more optimistic light. We have the Page of Swords, asking questions, and we have the Three of Swords coming through. This can generally mean like heartbreak, turmoil, disappointment, emotional pain. So that could definitely be a thing that you're healing. Or maybe you're going to be getting some correspondence about something that broke your heart, or from someone who broke your heart. The pages are like messages. So you could be receiving a message from someone who broke your heart, and that's what you're manifesting as well. Okay, that's coming through. Ten of Pentacles could be you're manifesting a home life with this person, you know? We have the Seven of Swords in reverse. So you're definitely manifesting some kind of honest communication from somebody. Okay, this could be a Queen of Swords, someone who's coming in to be less harsh and more emotionally open and vulnerable. Because the Queen of Swords, I feel like out of all the queens, out of all the cards in the deck, she's the most like prickly. She's like not gonna let you get too close to her or him or they or them. You never know who's watching. But this is someone who's not gonna let you get too close to them because they're very protective of their feelings and emotions. They're more so analytical, thinking, computer-based research and logic, and you know, more so than let me open up and tell some of my secrets. You know, they're better with like the logistics of it all, right? Analyzing the data of it all. But when it comes to maybe their emotions, this could definitely be someone who tends to short circuit. This could be you. This could be someone else. It doesn't matter. You'll know what resonates for you. If you're someone who has a hard time opening up and being emotionless, you're emotionless sometimes, you have a hard time expressing your emotions, that is you coming through, and you're going to be like opening up more. That's what you're manifesting, you know? Or maybe you do like someone, you know, and you're having a hard time opening up to them emotionally, and what you're manifesting is honest, like I'm hearing barren, like open conversation. Okay, where you're not hiding or scared of being hurt, could definitely be a vibe coming through here. That's what I'm kind of feeling here. And I usually say I think, or, you know, I don't usually say I feel like this, I feel like that, but I'm feeling like this and I'm feeling like that. And whatever this conversation may be that you're manifesting is going to make you very nervous, because I sometimes get very jittery and I start like shivering. Like, you know, like when your body's like shivering and it's cold and your like body's like vibrating in a sense, like give your body some heat. I'm shivering. And that usually happens as well when I have like bad anxiety. So that could be something, a very like anxiety inducing conversation is coming, and that's something you're manifesting, right? And like I said, it could be with someone who did break your heart, and it's like, oh my gosh, do I let this person back in? Or am I going to be finally able to let my guard down with them? You know what I mean? Stuff like that. Okay, anything else coming through, please, Spirit, for the collective? What are they manifesting? Adventure. Someone could be coming to see you as well with Three of Wands. But the Three of Wands is someone who's seeking something. So you're going to be looking for something, chasing something. Okay, the next card we have is the Four of Swords. That's that break and that rest. I was, you know, picking up while the beginning of the reading. The Ten of Pentacles and the Four of Swords coming out to clarify that, or just coming out under it, essentially, could definitely mean you are going to be taking a staycation where you're not going anywhere per se, but you're going to be at home resting. I think that's what you need more than like an all-inclusive, like vacation somewhere. You need a vacation where you're actually gonna sleep and rest and work, okay? Which is a staycation. You're staying in the his. Okay, we have the Six of Cups. Yeah, there is an energy here of like past or healing past hurts or past wounds or childhood traumas with the Six of Cups coming through here. A childhood friend, a past lover could be a vibe coming through as well, or just past trauma that has nothing to do with another person, that has everything to do with you. Maybe you have some mother wounds as well you could be healing, because the Queen of Swords can sometimes be like a mother figure. You know what I mean? One that's not so warm and caring and kind, one that tells you how bad you are, how this you are, how undesirable you are, or how stupid you are, or whatever. That's the Queen of Swords sometimes. And she thinks she's doing it to make you better, but some people do not need like negative reinforcement. Some people need positive reinforcements, and you could be one of those people, but you were just always, I feel like either you are the person who's always giving negative reinforcements that makes you feel like I won, you know what I mean? I didn't, let my guard down and get hurt at the end of the day. Or you were someone who dealt with a lot of negativity and spewing vitriol from other people, So you were on the opposite side of these hurtful words. And it kind of, I guess, how can we even say it? I'm seeing 1111 right now. So this could definitely be something that shaped you into who you are now. Your inner child needs to heal from those hurtful words. You have to heal her, him, they, them. Tell them you are beautiful, you are worthy, whatever people are saying negatively about you. It's time for you to reinforce yourself, parent and mother yourself in a more positive way. The Queen of Swords in reverse is not saying and believing in the same things that you were told when you were younger or you believed when you were younger. No, it's time for you to flip the script, okay? Turn the light. Okay, because I'm hearing that song, I just flipped the switch. So that energy is coming through as well. Turn on the light in the situation. And I think clarity could definitely be a big thing with the Page of Swords, you finding your own clarity. The pages are the seekers of information as well. They're the seekers of knowledge. So this is someone seeking something from you, or you are seeking this thing for yourself. Okay, you are, I guess, I'm hearing you're not leaning on your own understanding, okay? I know that's like from some scripture in the Bible, don't remember exactly where, but hey, it's coming through. Like, do not lean on your own understanding. Some things you're not meant to understand, some things you are, but there's something you're seeking and searching for with the Three of Wands and the Page of Swords. Those are both seeker, searching energies. This could definitely be a trip because this person's overlooking this beautiful view with this river, you know what I mean? This river could definitely be you looking back on your life and seeing how things have gone, where there were twists, where there were burns, I didn't mean to say that. I meant to say bends, but burns could definitely be a thing as well. Maybe you were burned as a child, emotionally or physically. You did the burning, or someone burned you, emotionally or physically. But yeah, it's like you're overlooking your life in the river that has been your life thus far, and you're seeing the twists, the dips, the bends, the runoff, all this kind of stuff, and you're fixing the things. You're finding ways to better fix this heartbreak you've gone through. That makes a lot of sense. You're sheathing the secrets and lies, you know what I mean? And Ten of Pentacles is a big family vibe. So that could be something you're manifesting, healing in your family line, in your maternal, paternal line, right? Okay, one of the things coming through as well. Four of Swords could actually definitely mean you making peace with those things as well, okay? Or it could just mean you finding rest at the end of the day. You take what resonates for you, okay? Okay. But yeah, Six of Cups, something from the past that had you very wary, emotionally like closed off. Maybe this is you finally healing like past hurts or limiting beliefs around love or your worth, or the things that you do and don't deserve. And once you clear those things out, everything can come in more easily for you because you don't have those scarcity mindsets anymore holding you back. Okay, anything else coming through, please, Spirit? What are my group ones manifesting? What are they manifesting? Come on, give us the cards. We have the Nine of Wands in reverse. Yeah, I kind of feel like the Nine of Wands is someone who's like, I've been doing this for so long, I can't give up now. The Nine of Wands in reverse is kind of like, you can. It's time for you to like stop beating a dead horse. Like these behaviors that you thought has been carrying you and making you this strong, fearless, brave person, it's really been holding you back. And the Nine of Wands is you giving yourself permission to finally let those beliefs go and step into a new timeline, I'm hearing. So that's something coming through for sure. These two want to come out. So we have the Empress. So I do believe this is you like embarking on this journey or embarking on this Empress journey. Okay, you're embarking on the journey of the Empress with the Page of Swords. You're learning all the things an Empress would do and embody the energy, right? You're a great student. If you didn't know or no one told you, you're very intelligent. Queen of Swords, sometimes too intelligent for your own good. And that could have triggered people when you were younger and they did everything in their power to make you feel less than or stupid or undeserving of certain things, right? That's a big vibe coming through here. You're an amazing student with the Page of Swords, and this is a self-taught energy with the Page of Swords. You can go find the information yourself and embody these things, and that is something somebody in your past could have been scared for you to realize, that the power was all in you and anything you put your mind to, that you can do it. And they were scared of the power you would wield if you realized that. They may have wanted to keep you back with them. If it's a family member, I'm getting a little vibe of that as well. Like, they didn't go to college, they didn't want you to go to college. Your life is a failure, so they wanted your life to be a failure. They grew up fat and dusty, so they want you to be fat and dusty and sloppy too, right? You kind of get my drift? They didn't have this, so you can't have that. And then as soon as they started seeing you when you were younger, manifesting certain things or doing things or, believing in yourself and doing leaps and bounds and being so smart and going places, essentially, they're like, nah, you gotta stop that. You know what I mean? And they said and purposely did things, maybe unconsciously even, maybe not purposely, which is why you're trying to heal those things because, hey, what was the reason? It's time for you to figure out why we tend to perpetuate this cycle of abuse, of verbal abuse, physical abuse, that kind of domestic abuse. Why do we repeat this cycle? What is the problem here? Why can't we seem to shake it? Why did you treat me this way when I was younger? Why did you think it was okay? You were jealous, fine. That's an emotion you can overcome. Why did you let you stifle me? You know what I mean? Like things like that, like beliefs and I just keep getting light being shown in certain rooms and places that were dark before and that no one would talk about. You know what I mean? And you're going to be the one that's busting those myths. Like, hey, you used to do this, whether you believe it or not. Because I'm also being reminded of how I feel like on social media, we like to laugh at our trauma. So our generation, millennials into zillennials kind of energy, like to make skits, especially West Indian kids, especially the Asian kids, the Indian kids. Our families are very effed up. And the reason that our parents don't let us rest or hate when we can't do anything or when our life is too easy, the first thing they say is, oh, when I was a boy, when I was a girl, I wasn't raised this way, da-da-da-da, you're lucky, da-da-da-da. And when they see you happy and thriving and healthy, then they're mad because their childhood wasn't anything like that. And I'm like, shouldn't you want better for your kids, your cousins, your uncles, your brothers, whoever's coming after you? Yes, for some people, no, for specific people. So it's reminding me of how the skits on social media, when it just seems to be a common thread in any, oppressed or how can we even call it? What do they call it? Not low income, minority household, is whenever you bring up all the things your parents used to do when you were younger, they just can't seem to remember. They used to beat you silly, cuss you out silly, wouldn't get you anything, wouldn't buy you anything, would steal your money from your birthday cards. I'm speaking from personal abuse. Personal experience, okay? And they would just steal and take and just make you feel horrible and not you couldn't breathe in your own home. And I'm like, I can't even just rest and feel safe here. No, and I think that's a big thing you have been dealing with. Why can't I feel safe? Why can't I rest? Why is my heart always beating? Why is my body always under duress? Why do I always have a headache? And it could be the people you're around. And I do believe if that's been something you've been struggling with, I think you're going to be finding a way out of that. Whether it's a new home, a new environment, you're moving somewhere new, right? But one thing that I just keep always remembering or seeing a common thread is the parents don't seem to remember the abuse they did to the child. And it's always you're lying on me. I never did that. And it's why would I lie or why would I want to have said you did these things to me when I was younger? What is the benefit of that? Why would I want to make you feel horrible? You did the things. And they don't want to own up to it. And they could have been in survival mode. They could have been stressed, single parents, like I said, minority. The world would treat them any kind of way. And the one thing you can do, or most people do, is they take it out on people who are powerless, people who can't fight back. And most of the time, that's spouses at home for men sometimes, or kids for women. Or just both for men, okay? It doesn't matter. But it's because they felt, and I'm shaking even more now. I think this is resonating for some of y'all, because child, I'm vibrating right now. It's they feel powerless, so they want to make you feel powerless too. And like I said, that's that generational curse that most people tend to perpetuate. And I think you're breaking that cycle with 10 of Pentacles here. It's definitely giving me the end of a cycle, okay? Oh Lord, like you could be like experiencing a lot of physical, like, I don't know, pent up energies that have been neglected or you weren't able to face or say out loud or put, I guess, light on. You're gonna be doing that and releasing it. It could lead to like a lot of shaking. It's not even that cold outside, I don't think. So I don't know why I'm like shaking. Like I said, sometimes this comes to in a reading when things are resonating very deeply. My whole body's like vibrating. So this could definitely be resonating for somebody, but that's what I'm getting here, where you're finally finding the path to the Empress and it was in you all along, but someone told you something when you were younger that made you believe you didn't have it in you, and that's something you're going to be overcoming, okay? Here we have the Well. So you're definitely going to be, like I said, confronting these heartaches and heartbreaks and things like that and finding freedom from them, okay? Let's get this last card before I talk your ear off for another 15 minutes. How many cards fell out? I want this one, sorry. Give me one card, one more card, please, Spirit. Clarify the Seven of Swords in reverse. But this is, like I said, unearthing all the secrets of things that have been hidden. These are things you're going to be unearthing. We have Temperance that won't come out. But one card, one more card. Come on, give me something. Thank you. Appreciate you. We have the Five of Wands in reverse. Yeah, it's realizing you no longer have to fight or keep secrets. There was also another example coming through. I was like watching a video on TikTok by one of the mutuals, my mutuals on TikTok, which is Mystical Mermaid. I did a collab with her a few months back. She was talking about how it's weird how certain people, families love to protect predators. The uncles, the aunts, the cousins, the whatever, who like touch up on the kids. And it was like this big secret, and they would tell the kids, don't tell anybody. It was like this big, dirty, heavy secret that the poor kids had to kind of carry around because the parents like don't say anything, don't do anything, like not like eradicating the problem or putting light to it or shedding light on it, you know? And instead kept it a secret, and it turned to this big, gruesome, ugly, dark family thing. And she doesn't understand why things were like that. She was like, a lot of people in her family, like things would happen to her cousins or her aunts and uncles, and nobody would ever say anything. And she's like, why is that a thing in the Black community where people just don't say anything and allow these things to happen? And when the kids come and say something, like you tell them to be quiet or they're lying or whatever. And that's such an unsafe environment to raise a kid in. You know what I mean? Like things like that. I think a lot of those burdens from your childhood, you're going to be finding freedom from. Okay, the Well, your creativity is going to be running rampant as well. Like I said, if you have been experiencing like writer's block, for example, in whatever, I guess, subject or thing you do, your job, whatever, you're definitely going to be finding some more ideas. The Well is kind of like the emotion. Maybe you're going to be experiencing more emotions. Maybe you're going to be crying more. Maybe that's something you weren't able to ever do before, and that's something that's coming through as well. I can attest to that as well. I never used to be a crier. It was always to have to be strong, and then I've just been crying for any little thing, and it's so freeing to be able to cry and not attribute it to being weak, you know, or a PUSSY or whatever. And I'm like, okay, like, for example, me being a woman, I'm kind of like, okay, you're calling me a PUSSY. I have one. I can be one if I wanted to. But even for men, or you call them that, or a sissy or whatever, when they cry, I'm like, that makes no sense at all. And I just hate the freaking society we live in. It's so ghetto. Like, I understand why they're shaking and like anxiety and like just hurt, because it's so exhausting and annoying to have to grow up in these kinds of environments and not being able to do anything about it, and just seeing it happen around you, maybe healing from it yourself, and then seeing people just stuck in that same cycle and they just can't find their way out. But you, my dear, group ones, are finding your way out with this Empress card. You're finding your power and unleashing it with the Well. You see the way she's like, it seems like the water is like unleashing around her. She's found her inner power. And it's something that took quiet and rest and introspection and healing, okay? No fighting, no running away, no keeping it a secret, or just like, oh, that's not true, that's not happening, you know? Like, just coasting is the energy coming through. You're gonna be finding freedom from that as well. A lot of things coming through for you guys. Okay, let's keep going. Let's see what else is coming through for you. These are the situations. You could be receiving a phone call as well. You're manifesting a call from someone to discuss maybe the traumas that went on. Oh my freaking gosh. As soon as I say that, gosh, you're receiving a call or message, direct message. I'm just hearing the phone ring in the back of the office, so that came through, but that's confirmation right there. It says sudden impulse, unfiltered reach, and subtle agenda. So someone's going to be feeling the need to call you, okay? And this could definitely be someone who's like hard to reach or acted like they weren't interested before, because we have direct distance, clear withdrawal, cool connection. So someone who's like hard to reach emotionally is going to be coming back, and they're going to be a little bit better, you know? Like I said, this could be a family member, an ex-lover, an ex-friend, doesn't matter. Someone who wasn't ready to admit what was wrong before is going to be ready now. It's also something you're manifesting, okay? So, please. We have flirting, which is teasing rhythm, magnetic charge, playful tension. So you're manifesting flirting in your love life, okay? Here we have a relationship, and then we have a situationship. Which one is it? Both. We have maybe a situationship turns into a relationship, maybe, or one of you in the reading is I just saw 25, 55, 555. Either way, a situationship and a relationship. We'll start with this one. Reciprocal support, aligned values, daily connection. And here we have unclear boundaries or borders, mismatched effort, and undefined rhythm. Okay. So a situationship could be coming up. You're manifesting a situationship back. For it to turn into a relationship could definitely be a message coming through. Please, Spirit, what are my group ones manifesting, please? What are they manifesting? We have hurt. So like I said, there's something here that was hurting you. This could be in a relationship that you're going to be manifesting back to heal. We have deep stain, tender rupture, unresolved ache. Yeah, something that was unresolved. There we go. So you are manifesting a message or something from someone to resolve a past ache. Okay. We have manipulation. This could be something you're also healing from that you could have dealt with in the past. This could be something you're confronting. We have covert influence, which is 7 of Swords, but you see how it came out in reverse in your reading. So definitely manipulation is going to be something you're confronting, something you have to deal with, that you're going to be, I guess, eradicating as well, right? You're going to, once you shed a light on it, once you I guess, acknowledge it, then you can heal it and let it go. Calculated guidance and strategic pressure. Interesting. That could also be like pressure in a connection or in your familial household with the 10 of Pentacles coming through. But I do believe this could definitely be like maybe a break that you were on with someone with the 10 of Pentacles and the 4 of Swords, a break. That Ross and Rachel, we were on a break kind of energy. This could also be a divorce or something like that, a separation you have from someone you could be manifesting back. With the 6 of Wands coming through here. 6 of Cups, sorry. 6 of Wands wants to show they behind. That's like victory, success, and attention. Awards. Okay. I don't know why my hand is just... It's because it's dry. That's probably why. I washed my hands and then put back no lotion, so they're a little dry. We have bad intentions. We have predatory charm, manipulative aim, and dark undercurrent. I think this has to do with what I was talking about in some family dynamics, where there's always like a predator or someone there with bad intentions, and family members do not want to like acknowledge it. They want to like, oh no, Uncle George was fine. He didn't do that to you. Stop lying on his name. And they know they didn't. He probably did the same to them, and they were told to keep it hidden and not say anything. And it's just a cycle. You're breaking a cycle, definitely. And here we have disrespect, value dismissal, harsh tone, a boundary violation. Sounds about right. This could definitely be things that are happening in your life, in your love life, in your family life, in your friendship life. Take what resonates for you. What are they manifesting? We have obsessed, fixated thought, consuming desire, and relentless focus, okay? So you could be manifesting someone who's going to be obsessed with you. One more card, 2 more, I guess. Here we have not interested actually coming out. We have direct distance, clear withdrawal, cool connection. So someone who wasn't interested could definitely be showing their behind, okay? Take whatever resonates for you and where you're at in love, okay? Flirting relationship could be for some of you. Situationship could be for others of you. The hurt, manipulation, bad intentions, and obsessed could be a past connection of yours that could be coming back around. It could be a test where it's like, are you going to pass? You know what I mean? Take what resonates. And then we have an emotional dumpster. Yikes. Self-neglect, chaotic habits, and internal residue. That's what I was saying. The things that you have been keeping like closed off and not shedding light on or healing is going to come back up, okay? What else is coming through, please, Spirit? We have up in smoke. Something's definitely going up in smoke in your life. in a good way, is what I just heard. We have the joke's on you. Interesting. That could be something you're pulling on someone. Like, hey, if the joke was on you the whole time because I'm healed and I'm better. I'm back and better than ever. I'm here and back like I never left. Okay? So you're gonna be like, joke's on you. You thought you got me. You thought you won. You didn't. Okay? Some of you could be standing up to your abusers, what I'm hearing as well. Here we have Dream On. So definitely this is the vibe with the Three of Wands coming through. And the Page of Swords and the Empress, you're getting the, I guess, courage to dream on, to go after what you want and not be scared that it's not gonna happen, or scared that it will. Oh my. Like, oh my gosh, there's this like quote from like, is it Coach Carter or something that I saw on social media, and like, I think it's Coach Carter with, what's that man's name? Samuel Jackson. Yes. I think he was in like a movie called Coach Carter, and I think there was like this like monologue towards the end of the movie where one of his like pupils on the coach, or on the team, sorry, on the coach is crazy. A coach can be important, riding coach, flying coach, you know. A coach, I'm thinking of like a place that I think that takes you places. I'm thinking of a bus and a plane as well, so that could be a vibe. But there was like something here about like, I'm not scared of success itself. I'm scared that I might actually succeed, or I'm not scared at the thought of failure. I'm actually scared at the thought of success. Something like that. Coach Carter monologue from one of the team members, that's coming through. You're not scared, you're not going to win. You're scared what's going to happen when you do. That's powerful. Wow. Because maybe you were told all your life that you wouldn't, but you always knew. There was a seed inside you telling you that you're going to be something great. And, you know, you wouldn't let yourself believe it because of the people around you. And now you're finally believing it, Empress energy, and those things are coming your way. And now you're kind of like, look, I'm telling you, I'm showing them. And we have showing up, okay? So someone could be showing up, like literally, or this is definitely talking about showing up for yourself and for what you want, okay? Because please, I don't know why you're acting up. Okay. Is this the one I was pulling from? Yes, let's move on to this deck. Please, Spirit, what are they manifesting? My group ones. We have a sacred goddess. That's also like, I think that's Empress right there for me. So doubling down on the message of the Empress. We have sacrifice. No more sacrifices. Yeah, you were on an island by yourself with the Queen of Swords there. Now it's in reverse. So you're allowing yourself to fall in love and let love in. I do believe a big thing you're manifesting is like letting go of old, like perpetual cycles from when you were younger, or from past, or family dynamics as well. And it's like, don't show emotion if you're not going to get hurt, if you don't show emotion, if you don't care. Like following it, like I said, the thought of success itself wasn't the thing that was scary. It was the thought that you would actually succeed. That could do the same for love. The thought of falling in love wasn't scary to you. It was the thought that you would actually fall in love and maybe lose yourself or get hurt, you know? So that's kind of the vibe coming through here. But you're not going to no longer sacrifice yourself, like sacrifice being alone. You know, you're going to sacrifice and then end up in a connection. Could definitely be a vibe. Not sacrifice per se. Like, you're going to no longer sacrifice love for like, oh my gosh, I can be by myself. I don't need anybody kind of energy. You know what I mean? I don't need anybody. I'm good on my own kind of vibe. That's something you're getting rid of to sacrifice. Oh, why do I keep saying sacrifice? Move. No, you're not sacrificing anything. You are finally believing that you don't have to sacrifice anything for love or sacrifice yourself. And I can't even explain it properly. Y'all confusing me, guys. I'm trying to sit here and put positivity. You're like, no, sacrifice. No sacrificing any longer. Okay, you can have it all. I'm hearing Have It All by, what's that man's name? Oh, I want you to have it all. I want you to have it all. May you always be auspicious. Something. What's that man's name? Jason Mraz. Have It All by him is coming through. We have Moving Through Loss, what you've been talking about for a lot of the reading. One more card. Oh, I want you to have it all you can imagine, oh. Da-na-na-na-na. If you believe it, then anything can happen. Oh, raise your glasses, oh, you can have it all. So here's to the hearts that you're gonna break. Here's to the things that you're gonna change. Here's to the infinite possible ways to love you. I want you to have it. Here's to the good times we're gonna have. The only money you got free pass. Here's to the fact that I'll be sad without you. I want you to have it all. Anyway, adaptation. Okay, there's something here about you adapting to, I guess, new beliefs or to your surroundings. I think that's a vibe coming through, like moving or getting out of an energy that had you feeling powerless, okay? Speechless even. I'm hearing speechless from Hamilton. He keeps coming through as well. So you could have like a special connection to Hamilton, but those energies are coming through very strong. Like being like you were quieted, you were held back, you couldn't speak your truth kind of energy. Now you are going to be speaking your truth. And that is like going to take some adapting to the environment around you. Now, what else is coming through, please, Spirit? What are they manifesting? Ooh, we have a nice, strong man. Some of you are literally manifesting a man. Like, stop. A very masculine man, because we have the Mars sign, we have ships. And I was talking about like travel, right? Movement. The coach was coming through. Coach is a peer when you were riding in a plane. A coach is also like a stage coach, something that's taking you somewhere, right? So movement is moving, you're moving forward. Ooh, this card flew all the way over there. We have the dice, so taking a gamble. You're manifesting something that's gonna like make you feel like a little like out of your comfort zone. You know what I mean? And here we have the lilies or the flowers, one or the other. And then we have the sun. Here comes the sun. So happiness, joy, jubilation, celebration. Okay. Six of Cups, which is that innocence again. You're not going to be jaded anymore. You're definitely going to be stepping into an energy of innocence and believing anything can happen. Okay. If you believe it, then anything can happen. Oh, oh, oh. Raise your glasses. Oh, oh, oh. You can have it all, literally. So here's to the hearts that you're going to break. Here's to the lives that you're gonna change. Here's to the infinite possible ways to love you. I want you to have it all. Here's to the good times you're gonna have. Like, listen to that song. It's so beautiful. Love me some Jason Mraz. Such an upstanding guy. We have the, what do they call this thing? It gives me a scythe, but it's not what it's called in the deck. But it's like you clipping all your harvests. What this always gives me, despite the meaning of the actual card, you know? And then we have, this is your crosses to bear. This and these two flew together. You're cutting these down. All the things you have to bear and overcome, you're going to be cutting them down. I'm no longer having to struggle, you know what I mean? And believe I don't deserve good things. Bye-bye. Hasta la bye-bye. But travel, movement forward, passages. Okay, maybe even secret passages, secret societies maybe could be coming through. But these are either the daisies or the lilies. These is like love. Let's see, because I have this back there. I'm going to leave y'all alone. They both, the lilies, they both represent good things though. So calm, peace, and serenity is what I preach. Your partners and elders. Look, that's going to be your parents and elders. Show up under my symbol. So there's definitely going to be some things about that. Family. I bring wisdom and experience. I signify a long-term relationship. That came through right over there somewhere. Contentment and satisfaction is my angle. And then we have the sun. Then we have a man. So what am I hearing? If you ask me, you should have brought home a map. Does Mulan live here? That scene from, maybe that's something your parents would bother you about as well. Like, where's your husband? Where's your kids? Da, 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 da. And then she comes back from war and her grandmother's like, if you ask me, she should have brought home a map. And then here comes Shane. Does Mulan live here? And then they're both gobsmacked, the grandmother and the mother. And all they can do is point to the temple where Mulan and her father is having their moment. Like, literally is giving me that. And then, of course, Mars is like a war hero kind of energy. And that's what Shang was. So maybe you're a warrior and you're manifesting another warrior. You know what I mean? Because Mulan was the baddest bee in that movie. She's the one who saved everybody. Okay, so you're going to be finally having someone who's like on par to you, you know? Anywho, this could also just look aggression, or it doesn't mean that in the deck. It just means a man, like more masculine, viral man. But it could definitely be like someone who is like a complicated situation is coming in with this person, you know, in mind. Anyway, it doesn't have to be, this could be an Aries as well, because it's like the Mars sign coming through. But here we have the Ace of Hearts. That's a new emotional beginning right there. So this is a good thing. And you're taking a gamble on this new emotional beginning. The lilies, happy, contentment, relationship, all the signs point to good things. But I have to bring up the, you know, other side of the coin. Okay. Okay, the lilies is the symbolic of sexuality and passion. So that's also coming through. And that's Mars energy right there. So let's claim that. Okay, passion, right? Yes. Yeah. Love that. Anywho, we're going to leave your reading there. I mean, right after we have the sun. I am success. Hear me roar. I control your ego and charisma. I boost your confidence and courage. I bring victory and glory. So this boost in confidence and courage is going to allow you to go after these things here with the take a gamble, okay? I bring victory and glory. And then the Six of Wands wanted to come out earlier. It didn't come out on the deck, but I said it. So that's like, you know, it's it coming out technically. So, and then it says, but be careful not to get too cocky or you will be burned by arrogance like Icarus. So don't get too crazy, right? Anyway, that's what I have for you guys. That's what you're manifesting. I hope it's beautiful and I hope it's wonderful. I like this reading. You're strong, you're beautiful, you're brave. You deserve all the good things. You can have it all, like Jason Mraz said. And I will see you guys in the next reading. Like, comment, and subscribe if this resonated for you. It helps the channel a lot, okay? Hype as well if you have any hypes left. I do appreciate those as well. If you want a reading ever, you could always email me, reach out to me, and I got you. If you ever want to join my memberships on the channel, you could always do that using the link in the description box below right above the timestamps. But I hope you're having a beautiful, wonderful day as always, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Mwah. Bye! Hello, my gorgeous group 2s. Welcome to your reading. Thank you for joining me here today. Let's get right on into what are you manifesting, okay? So as I was tapping into your energy and manifesting, crazy. I guess manifesting the energy of your reading, we can go with that. But I meant to say, you know, gathering the energy of your reading and asking spirit to tap me in. I was hearing power, control, and command over something in your life. So that could definitely be a vibe. Okay, so power, command, and control over something that may have been giving you a hard time, something that seemed insurmountable, something that seemed difficult, a challenge, overcoming a challenge, something you need help with or you're confused about, or something. You're gaining power over that thing. It could also be a belief about yourself and what you can and can't manifest. Take what resonates for you. Okay, but right off the bat, that was coming through, right? The color red is also important, so Mars energy. So I do believe that is like moving forward, setting a course, overcoming, charging into battle kind of energy. Strategy is also a big thing when it comes to Mars, okay? Ooh. Aries can also be an important thing as well, the sign or the god, okay? He's the god of war, battle, strategy. He is famously known for being like the other half of Aphrodite and Aries, the cheating pair, okay? So that could be something you're overcoming as well, a cheating partner, someone who's unfaithful, you know, that kind of thing. Even an unfaithful friend, there be those out there, okay? So something about that, something you never thought you would be able to like get over or fix, okay, or overcome. You're definitely going to be finding power over that thing. Let's get into the reading, okay? At the bottom of the deck, we have the Death card. Yes, so new beginnings, okay, but endings first. And the way this guy is like, this is not the usual depiction of the Death card, but I was looking at him and he kind of looked disfigured and in pain. So a painful ending could be a thing coming through, but then down here I'm looking at this girl is crying. So she seems to be in a bit of an emotional tizzy. So that could be a vibe coming through for you guys. Maybe, like I said, something you have been painfully lamenting over or trying to overcome, you're going to be finally overcoming it, okay? So I'm hearing, hooray for victory, you know, hip, hip, hooray. You're, you know, that kind of, you know, in the television show, when the main character overcomes something, they do like this jump and their hand like goes into the air like, yay! That's just what I'm seeing in my mind's eye. So that could definitely be a vibe coming through, right? I'm seeing like anime as well. So like I'm seeing Ash Ketchum. I'm seeing Luffy, Monkey D. Luffy from One Piece. Like those are like very much like, how can I even describe it? They're not childish or kiddie, but they're more more like innocent energies, and they are going like a forth. They're setting foot into big worlds that they are not ready for, but they, in deep down inside, they are. You know what I mean? They believe they can do anything, because Ash wants to be I want to be the very best that no one ever was, okay? He wanted to be the best Pokemon trainer there ever was, and Monkey D. Luffy wanted to be the king of the pirates. So, you know what I mean? You have some kind of goal, and everyone's telling you, you're just a boy, you're just a girl, you're just a child, you're not going to be able to do it, you're too young, you're too this, you're too that, and you're just like, shut up. Like, no matter what they say or what they do, you're going after what you want. You know what I mean? So yeah, Monkey D. Luffy is on this quest for the One Piece, and Ash Ketchum wants to be the best trainer there ever was. You know what I mean? I'm also seeing Yu-Gi-Oh as well, and how I think like Joey wanted to like win all these tournaments because he wanted to afford his sister Serenity's like eye surgery, and then what's his name, Seto Kaiba wanted to, you know, be worthy, you know, and believe he was. His pride and ego was a big thing, and everyone was fighting for something. Tristan was fighting for something, and then Yugi was basically just, you know, vibing. Like baby Yugi, when he turned to Pharaoh Yugi, my man, okay? He was definitely more serious, more, you know, so they're keeping something here about growing, you know, going from someone who's a big ego, Seto Kaiba kind of person to becoming a Pharaoh Yugi, you know? Because I think baby Yugi was like very oblivious to a lot of things, you know, right? He was a good, what is it called? Good enough player, you know? But when Pharaoh Yugi came out, you know things about you serious, get crazy out here, okay? So it's definitely giving you're stepping into your, like I said already multiple times, your Ash Ketchum, your Monkey D. Luffy, and your Pharaoh Daddy Yugi, okay? Even Seto Kaiba, he was quite good at his job as well. Right. Anyway, I'm getting distracted by nostalgia. That could be a thing, something you've been chasing since you were younger is finally going to be like making way, you know, or I'm hearing pulling through or something like that. Anyway, the death card, something that you have been crying, lamenting over, or like stressing about is definitely coming to an end. And like a phoenix, you're rising from the ashes, okay? Okay, anyway. You're stepping into your powerful emperor energy, which is funny. Or even wizard energy, because now I'm seeing Fawkes from Harry Potter, Dumbledore's pet, Phoenix. How he would always die and like rise from the ashes, right? And he's associated with Dumbledore, who's like one of the most powerful wizards of his generation type things done, right? So all those vibes are coming through. You're stepping into your power. So anyway, please spirit, what from my group? Who's manifesting, please? What are they manifesting? I just briefly saw 555, so that could be a thing. Big and fast, quick change. We have the King of Swords, wow. So, like, I'm hearing, I have an idea. Okay, so you have an idea is coming to mind. That's gonna help you, I guess, like spiral or jet into this new reality kind of energy. You know what I mean? And it's something that's heavily backed, heavily researched. That's something you know a lot about, okay? So whatever you have intense knowledge about or a lot of knowledge about, I think that's what this manifestation consists of, or one of the manifestations, okay? You could be manifesting multiple things. We have the Four of Swords, a break. This is also kind of giving me you stepping into research mode and like studying up on something that you want a lot about, Studying up on something you want to know more about. Because what was that? That was intelligible. That wasn't English. Oh my goodness. Proper English is that. We have the Ten of Swords. Yeah, there's something here about a painful ending that's coming through again. We have the Death card and the lady kind of crying. There's something here about you bending over backwards or contorting yourself to be this person maybe everyone wanted you to be, and you're finally stepping into like maybe the more delusional side of you, who's like, I can be whatever I want to be. You no longer care what people think, what they have to say, which is a very big, like I said, Ash Ketchum, Monkey D. Luffy vibe, right? You could also be someone with like darker hair as well, because those like are their main characteristics, in similar characteristics, you know, they both had black hair and like dark eyes, right? And they were both like very kid-like. Okay, anyway, let's keep going. We have the Ten of Cups. Wow. See, after a painful ending, you have like a very, like, I guess, fortuitous ending. So after a painful ending, you kind of stumble into a very fortuitous, happy ending. Interesting. We have the Six of Wands coming through here. Then we have the Hierophant. So some of you have been trying a hard time to achieve, or trying a long time to achieve. I can't seem to like speak properly in your reading. So maybe some of you speak different languages and it's hard for you to kind of translate things to English sometimes, is the vibe that I'm getting as well. Anywho, something you've been struggling to achieve or overcome is, like I said, coming to light. Maybe there are going to be some secrets or some supporters coming out of the woodworks. Because usually in the Six of Wands, these followers are like right next to his horse. In this card here, let me show you, they're more so in the background, you know? They're usually like right beside him, these supporters and people who are rooting for him. They're more so in the back in these cards here. So it's definitely giving like you're going to have some support coming up on your flank. Is that what would be the proper term? I'm hearing on your left from Avengers, when I think Captain America, one scene, I could do this all day. It was him against a legion of aliens, okay, literally. And then all he hears is, on your left, please. I'm not over, I just got chills. I'm not over it, okay? On your left, and then here comes Sam and Doctor Strange and all them mofos coming out of the woodwork to help them defeat them big bad mofos. You see, there's something here about, whoa, you know what I mean? There's something here about that coming through, for sure. You're going to be finding your supporters, your followers, the people who are going to be riding at dawn for you every single mother flipping time. Okay, you're finding your tribe, your community. Okay, and they're going to help you reach this finish line. And then after those mofos came, what did that man say? Avengers assemble. That's the emperor in him. Okay? Stop playing. You're becoming the leader, stepping into the leader position finally. We saw in the movies the up and down, how Iron Man thought he was the leader of the Avengers. I think at this point in the movie, maybe Iron Man passes, or you know what I mean? And now we finally have the true leader of the Avengers with Mjolnir Avengers Assemble type things then, right? Right. That's the energy you're manifesting in your life. When you think you're down and out, you're still fighting. And that's when Spirit says those magic words, on your left. And here comes your tribe. And it could be in the spirit realm. It could be any freaking way your people are going to be coming when the time comes. So you be thinking you're down and out when you're on death's door, when you're like down and out, for real. Here comes the people that's going to be riding at dawn for you, okay? And like I said, these could be actual physical people and physical support, like the friends that Monkey D. Luffy had, his crew, the friends that Ash Ketchum had, his crew, the friends that Yugi had, his crew, all of them, okay? They're going to be coming out of the woodwork and coming 10 toes down for you, 10 toes down, okay? 10 of swords, 10 of cups, 10 toes down. Your family, your peoples, okay? That's what you're manifesting. Whether this manifests as a lover and kids for you, whether this manifests as better friends for you, you know what I mean? And I'm seeing 1111 confirmation right there. Okay, I'm hearing wishing on stars, or wishing for this coming true. The 1111 is a master manifesting number, right? I'm hearing I am limitless. So you're definitely realizing you're limitless in energy, in ideas, in strength, whatever. In support, right? Anyway, I'm getting distracted. All those people have people riding 10 toes down, whether this betrayal that was coming through. I'm having a hard time speaking. I don't know what's going on here. Like I said, there could be a language barrier here for most of you who could be watching. Your first language ain't English, okay? Anyway, this betrayal that was coming through that you're overcoming could be from a friend and you're finding better friends. From a partner, you're finding a better partner. You hear me? Family, you're finding a better family. That part, okay? So that's what's coming through here. The Hierophant is also some kind of stable structures help. Like I said, the Hierophant could definitely be spiritual help, a spiritual being or guide or angel, ancestors, like showing up real heavily here, because the Hierophant can represent that for me a lot of the times, okay? It's like help from the other side. You know what I mean? And they're the one who's going to be embodying the emperor in your life. Now, I'm also being taken to my first oracle deck. It was the Dragon Oracle. I bought it from Barnes & Noble. I was ready to start my tarot journey. I used it. I used the gift card I got for Christmas to buy those cards. So they were a gift, okay? Because I remember one of my friends said your first tarot deck has to be a gift. Well, it was a gift. I bought it for myself, but the money I used was a gift from someone else, okay? Anywho, there's like a specific dragons in that oracle deck that have human counterparts. And those dragons will embody that human counterpart when I guess they need to get messages to you directly, or they're gonna come down to earth to help you right away, not through signs, synchronicities, and messages. No, they're coming here to take action and stand 10 toes down for you. Okay, that's what the Hierophant is giving me in this instance. But he also represents, conventionality, traditionality, systems, institutions. Maybe you're going to be having backing from an institution, whether it could be an investment from a bank, a loan from a bank, a loan from a person. You know what I mean? Or this could be a school who gives you a recommendation or gives you a internship or what is it called, scholarship. Things like that are coming through whenever I see the Hierophant in these kinds of readings. But it's something that you have been putting a lot of time into, so a master's program, for example, or you're coming out of school, you need to internship for the summer, and the summertime is coming up, right? Is it not? You're going to be interning during the summer, right? And that can definitely be a thing here, because like I said, I'm seeing like our feeling that there's an emotional barrier here. Not even emotional, excuse me, language barrier. There could also be an emotional barrier that didn't come through for no reason. I don't think so. So there could definitely be a language barrier between you and someone, an emotional barrier between you and someone, but that's the vibe coming through here. And they're going to be overcoming those things, but it's going to be coming up on your flank. You're not going to be expecting it, okay? But this person definitely is very protective of you, right? This could definitely be someone you're on a break from as well. There was a painful end, and this person's coming back in because they want a painful or a happy ending instead of a painful one, okay? And the Ten of Swords is the backstabbing card. So someone backstabbed you, and you're finding someone you can trust after that, because it's hard to come back from things like that, right? All my people who have been betrayed, it's hard for you to open yourself up again after someone that betrayed you. And that's something that's coming. You're manifesting a happy, healthy connection. You're manifesting a marriage and a baby. You're manifesting success, okay? You're manifesting your own business. You're manifesting to be the CEO of something. You're manifesting the support or the backing of a big constitution. Constitution is crazy. Maybe it's something legal. I meant to say institution, but constitution came through, child. Anywho, that's definitely giving me someone who's just now learning English and they're messing up words that sound or have similar constitutions, right? That's what that's reminding me of. So you could definitely be someone. But anyway, by important institutions, this could also be like someone who has more power, more notoriety than you, more followers than you, more whatever than you, coming in to help you, right? Giving you a positive saying, like when an important tarot reader on YouTube were to mention me and say, hey, go check out this person, they're so bomb. I'm gonna be like, y'all know who I am, y'all know me. That's how I felt when Tarot with Tay, child. I think she recommended, like when I first started, it was a long time ago. She like said, oh, I think she saw a video of mine and she recommended her subscribers come and watch me. And I'm like, girl, I watch your videos all the time. Don't piss me off. Like, how do you know who I am? Like, one of those moments. You know what I mean? For example, if Keynote Tarot were to ever know who I was, there's a few tarot readers out there that I really love and like respect as people and readers. If they were to like shout me out or come across my video and say, oh my gosh, like she knows what she's doing, she knows what she's talking about, go watch her videos, and all those people come flocking on your left, literally to come and support you, and they just pop up in your comments saying, so-and-so sent me. It's definitely giving. You're down and out, you're ready to give up, and then you have the support coming out of nowhere to help you do something. So I'm getting imposter syndrome for you guys. There's something you know a lot about, and you're thinking of taking a break or walking away from it because you have been like turned down 20 times, backstabbed 20 times, taken out resonates. And Spirit's like, nah, you ain't going out like that, okay? And they're going to be coming to physically help you or sending in people to help you, okay? They can give a download to this other person like that you look up to, like the tarot reader, for example. We're going to go with that example. And they go and tell one of the big tarot readers on YouTube, like, hey, go watch this video, or they make their video, your video come across their feed, and they watch a video of yours, and all of a sudden, oh my gosh, they resonate, it helps them in some kind of way, and they start sending their followers over to you. And that's the cavalry, if you will. That's the on your left moment you're going to be experiencing when you're like, oh my gosh, no one's seeing my stuff, I'm done. Like, I'm not seeing any growth. I'm so over this. Like, I feel like out of my depth. I feel like I'm like not even meant to be here kind of energy. As soon as you're down and out, Ten of Swords, they send in a moment that makes you like Ten of Cups. You know what I mean? You see what I'm getting at here? But yeah, you're very knowledgeable, you're very smart, and it's like definitely giving like I got friends on the other side kind of energy, okay? But yeah, let's keep going. King of Swords is for your Aquarians. This could definitely have something to do with like online presence as well. The Hierophant also kind of gives me home as well, and it's also the card of marriage. So anything that involves contracts, business contracts, marriage contracts, like being married, like the priest marrying you guys, right? And holy matrimony, things like that have everything to do with the Hierophant. This is also Taurus energy. So a Taurus or an Aquarius person, sun, moon, rising, whatever you want to say, could definitely be coming into your life to fight for your affections, is what I'm hearing as well. Interesting, but something's going to lead to a bigger commitment. You know, more time you're putting into this thing that you know a lot about. Someone's going to be hiring you for a job. They're like, I need someone just like you. There's a job out there that needs someone just like you. And they're coming. And the moment you're feeling like, I'm done, I'm not going to be doing this anymore, wasting my time, here comes the thing, the manifestation. So being recognized by someone who has more clout, more followers, more money than you could be a big thing. Or just you finally finding those people who like start watching your stuff and like, oh my gosh, I resonate with you so hard, I'm going to keep coming back, you know? However that resonates for you guys, please Spirit, for my group 2s, what are they manifesting? Queen of Wands, wow, with the King of Swords, how sexy. Okay, so we have like the grumpy sunshine archetype coming through. Or grumpy bad bee archetype coming through. Because I really wouldn't call the Queen of Wands a cinnamon roll, you know? But she's definitely someone who can be bright, bubbly, like she has a gravitas to her. She's very popular. Everyone seems like revolve around her and want to know her and, you know, just be around her energy. Very attractive energy in person and looks in general. And that could be this person coming in to help you, or that could be the energy you're embodying. Or like I said, you're meeting someone who is the quiet, broody to your bubbly and exciting, and that's so sexy. I love that energy. Like I usually don't like to read the books because I don't think I embody the bubbly energy, and I do sometimes, so I'm a lie, but I'm like, oh, here we go, a bubbly girly and a quiet guy. But I do like the strong, silent, doesn't talk much, only likes you and hates the world kind of man. I'm like, hey, I don't like a friendly man, because you're not going to be friends with every heifer out there. I fight. Yeah, I'm possessive, I don't care. And it's definitely giving me that you're the bubbly, bright, everyone you like gravitate towards you, loves you, you're so popular, you're like the life of the party kind of energy, you're the life of their party, the light in their life, right. And they're just kind of like the very silent observer type, and they're kind of like the opposite attract, mean, like, not mean, please, that could definitely, like, memes could be a thing, but like that concept, you know what I mean, in books and movies, it's definitely coming through. He's just sitting there looking all grumpy. He's a smart, he's a nerd, he's more quiet, more shy, more reserved, whatever you want to call it. This person could be grumpy, you like that. Or reserved, you like that. Shy, you like that. Quiet, you like that. Intelligent, you like that. Whatever. Okay, or all the above, period. Anyway, they're all the above. And you're just a Queen of Wands to them, or you're the Queen of Wands and you're attracting a King of Swords, whatever the case may be, or you're the King of Swords and you're attracting a Queen of Wands. It doesn't matter to me, I don't care, okay? This is not about like gender, you know, norms. This is about energies, okay? And this could be both, you're embodying both of these. You're going from someone who's more strong and silent to more social, you know, more vibrant, more commanding. You having this presence that's very warm and everyone wants to be around, and it's lively, you know what I mean? And jubilant and celebratory, and like wants to have everybody to have a good time, and you know what I mean? And they're always flipping their hair, they're the popular girl in school kind of energy. So you're attracting someone like that, or you're attracting, like I said, the more studious, more quiet, more clinical, more cold kind of person. The King of Swords being an Aquarius makes a lot of sense, because they do tend to have trouble, I don't know, with love and connections, okay? Because what I like find very funny is the sign opposite to you, right? With Aquarius, the Aquarius is the head, and the opposite of that is the freaking Leo. Yo, I'm about to scream. Yo, literally, Aquarius is the head, Leo is the heart. Whatever is the opposite sign to you, you have a hard time like getting into that energy. So Aquarians have a hard time connecting to their heart space when it comes to, I think, romantic connections, because they're not like they're not made to like fall in love. They're made to like help a bunch of people at one time, not to just, you know, double down with one person and like learn the ins and out of that person. No, they're meant to like, I guess, explore lots of information, a lot of data at once. And so it's hard for them to like open up emotionally to one person. They could feel like very vulnerable, very flaying for this person, right? And then on the other opposite end of the coin, we have you being the Queen of Wands representing Leo, who just leads with heart all the time. Your heart this, heart that, love this, love that. Like, you know what I mean? I want to fall in love, this and that, you know, that kind of energy. And this Aquarian person's like, who are you? Like, I don't relate. I don't understand, you know? These are two different parts of you that you're going to be like, I guess, bringing together into what you're manifesting. Take whichever one resonates for you, child. But I just want to scream. I'm like, you know, the Aquarius is the head. And some people who are too in their head have a hard time connecting to their heart. That could be a vibe you're stepping into. You're someone who's very much O's in your head, and you're going to be connecting more to your heart space. Okay, that's what you're manifesting. That could be in the form of you meeting a Leo person who kind of helps you tap to the energy. Or if you're the Leo person, you're meeting an Aquarian person who kind of helps you tap to the energy. Or this could be both of the like signs that, like, I guess come in, show up in your chart, okay? I'm taking too long for this reading, I'm sorry. Let's hurry up. We're about to be at 30 minutes. It's gonna be 40, it's gonna be 50. No, 50, not up in here. So what's coming through? What are they manifesting, please, Spirit? We have the Strength card, exactly. The Strength card wanted to come out in reverse. I heard that. Okay, Spirit, we'll put it back. Don't call me out in my own reading. Thank you. Inner strength is what's coming through here. Vulnerability, letting your guard down, letting yourself be vulnerable with people, okay? The next card we have is the Page of Wands in reverse. Interesting. There could be something here about you always running away and trying to find the next best thing. And Spirit is kind of like purposely keeping you bound in one situation so you can learn to resolve it, if that makes sense. Maybe as soon as someone doesn't match up to what you want, you run and you're like, nope, next. And Spirit just keeps bringing the same person back around. You're kind of like, what do you want from me? And they're kind of like, you haven't learned what you were meant to learn from this person. All you do is run from these people you send your way. So you learn until you learn this lesson, and you're never going to learn if you keep running. So they're kind of like, nope, this person's not going anywhere. You're going to learn your lesson today. It's the vibe coming through. So you're manifesting like a heart awakening or a, I guess, mind awakening, or both. You know what I mean? Because both could manifest or resonate if you will. I keep saying manifest and like in lieu of other words. I mean, I don't even know what I mean at this point. I don't even know what I mean. Okay, anyway, let's keep going. What are they manifesting? Six of Pentacles. Ooh, a reciprocal connection. Or a reciprocal, yeah, connection doesn't have to be romantic. Or circumstance, right? Situation where you get what you give. And then we have two sixes coming through. So it's definitely something you've been wanting for a long time, what I just heard. Are we keeping these? Okay, I heard keep them. F them, let me stop. Anyway, so we have the Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups, love that. We have the World, love that as well. So success, fulfillment, the end of a cycle, right? Accomplishment that leads to the end of the cycle. So you're accomplishing something, getting an award or a recognition for something you've done. That keeps coming through. Then we have the Three of Swords in reverse, funnily enough. And then we have the Three of Pentacles in reverse. Interesting. Three of Pentacles and the Three of Swords in reverse. Why are these in reverse? Put those to the side for now. The Three of Swords in reverse does represent healing. So something that broke your heart or someone who broke your heart could be coming back in to, I guess, heal it or mend it. Or you're going to be healing from a connection that broke your heart or from a person or a thing, situation, right? By entering in a new situation. So maybe after a heartbreak you went through in the past, you've been scared of letting your heart open or letting someone into your heart space, and Spirit's like, you've been running for too long. Send in the troops. Like send in the freaking what is it called, Godzilla of all lovers, and they send that person in, and there's nowhere you can run. You have to heal, you know what I mean? And this could definitely be you. How can I say it? The Three of Pentacles is kind of giving me the energy of someone who like thrives in like, how can I say it, work spaces, collaboration spaces, in places where you're just, it's always you and a bunch of other people. But when it comes to like a one-on-one connection, that's where you could tend to struggle. They're kind of taking away the whole, oh, you could be around a lot of people or dating a bunch of people at once kind of energy. It's like taking away the group effect and making it a one-on-one experience is the kind of energy I'm getting from this energy. I don't know how else to describe it except that. the Three of Pentacles here is like, oh, no, it's not you, her and him. No, it's just one-on-one at this point, and you're going to heal. So this could definitely be like a private conversation, A and B, see your way out of it kind of thing, or a private date, or what is it called? Like maybe you're used like working in groups at work, or you're used to working in groups in school, and you thrive in those settings. Spirit's like, nah, we know you thrive in those settings. You're an Aquarius at heart. We know you thrive in those situations where you don't have to get too deep and it's very surface level. We need you to thrive in situations where you have to be just by yourself or just with one person and thrive, okay? Group settings, group dates, maybe trying to deflect, confirmation burp though. You trying to deflect from like emotional circumstances by being or surrounding yourself with people. Like, no. We're getting to the bottom of this right now, okay? So no more running away from being alone with someone or something is the vibe coming through as well, okay? So that could definitely be a big thing. But healing regardless, okay? Maybe learning how to be by yourself to understand or get to the root of the problem could be a thing as well. Three of Pentacles, like you always being like surrounded by other people or working with other people instead of like working on just yourself could be a thing coming through too. But yeah, inner peace and inner strength is definitely going to be a big vibe here. And that happens after you're like alone with yourself. So definitely like a break. Maybe you're with a partner right now and that's something you always do. You like run to friends or partners whenever you're feeling like destabilized, and you have to learn how to like stabilize yourself. Could definitely be a thing. You have to find the strength within you, not outside of you. It's been in you all along, okay? Whew, a lot of messages coming through for you guys, okay? Over here we have, these are like very basic, I feel like. 10 of Cups, 6 of Pentacles, you're manifesting a connection that's very reciprocal. You're giving what you get what you give. You know what I mean? Not something you're overly giving, someone's overly giving. It's like both, okay? Or you guys having exactly what the other person needs, which is that whole Leo, Aquarius, like, spectrum. One side or the other. You can be both, right? Meet in the middle is what I'm hearing. Meet me in the middle. That song is, what song? Is that from like 50 Shades of Grey? That might be a song from 50 Shades of Grey, the soundtrack. Such a great soundtrack for all 3 movies, child. I don't know, they put their whole feet and toes in that soundtrack for all 3 movies. But I do believe Meet Me in the Middle is like from one of the movies. And that was a big thing for Christian and Anna as well. You know what I mean? I would say that was a great, example, Lord, of people who are like more heart-centered and brain-centered. Christian was more brain-centered, more Aquarius-centered. I think his big thing was like, he wanted to end world hunger because he knew what it like to be hungry, and that's very Aquarian. And then Anna was the freaking book nerd who loved like all things literature and romance stories. Literally, she was the heart, and they both came together. And he's like, I only want like sex. I don't want nothing too serious. Don't touch me. Just come, give me that, and then leave. Get that head, get that bread, and leave. Literally. And Anna was like, well, what about heart and flowers? And he's like, I don't do that. I don't do that. I just F and I leave. And Anna's like, not today. And she ends up leaving that man. And then in the second movie, he comes crawling back to her, talking about, okay, I'll try. You know what I mean? Yo, it's definitely giving that, right? Like I said, he was all about, curing world hunger, but he wanted to get his sick rocks off, and was using and abusing every girl that looked like his mother. Let me stop. But seriously, like some real issues going on with Christian them. But he healed them, so not too much on him. Thank you. I will die on this hill. I love me some Christian Grey. Okay, the book's better than the movies, in case you wanted to know. But anyway, as I was saying, exactly, yeah, that kind of dynamic between the two of them where she helped heal his heart. And I think he just made her happy. He wanted to make her happy, honestly. She was fine the way she was. You know what I mean? Maybe a little too naive, too trusting kind of energy. But they were a good match for each other. A lot of healing and healthy sex life between the two of them. Okay, lots of chemistry and passion and exploration, experimentation, I'm done. 9 of Cups, 6 of Wands, you finally getting what you want and getting the recognition you deserve is the vibe coming through. And then we have the Hierophant in the world, you being pat on the back and like job well done from spirit or from someone around you, or a loan being accepted, whatever, it's kind of vibe coming through. Something that's going to build some kind of structure for you. Okay. Let's get some cards from this deck really quickly to see what's coming through. What are they manifesting? Please, Spirit, my good truth. What are they manifesting? I'm hearing a trusty steed. We have good company. This is the only card I'm going to take from the thing that flew out. Or maybe not. We have stage or play. Okay, so things going to be getting very playful. And then we have Leo coming through again with the Strength card. And I would say, like, the Six of Wands would be Leo in something. So Leo coming through all up into this reading. Okay, we have Taurus with the world, but yes, but with the Hierophant. And then with the world, we have Taurus, Scorpio, Leo, and Aquarius coming through a freaking again, the fixed signs. Wow, there's something here about that, being very stubborn and set in your ways. Maybe you're going to be budging a little bit for someone or something. When it comes to work, could be a vibe with the Pentacles in reverse as well. When it comes to you saying, I'm never going to date this person, this kind of person, or that kind of person, Spirit's like, okay, just wait and see, right? You have the jokes on you exactly as I say that. And I just saw 3333. The Spirit is like, the joke is on you. Here we have dream on. So something about your dreams definitely coming to reality. We love that for sure. We have showing up. So definitely someone showing up and you showing up for yourself. Like, and I was talking about that at the beginning of the reading with the whole on your left with the Captain America and them. He thought he was by himself, going to be fighting all these dang alien people. And then Spirit was like, nah, you're not gonna go out like that. You're not going out like that. And they sent in his friends and them. And then here we have lighting your path. So that's what you want to do, who you want to be, where you want to go, what you're manifesting. And then it's also definitely giving me someone who's seen, and then oh, look at these two baddies. Baddie, shot o'clock, baddies. Post for me. Slim fix, something, no money. I'm and I'm getting more money, whatever. That energy is coming through. You're going to be definitely entering your baddie phase, right? Everyone's going to want you the way you holding that wand. You could be getting down and dirty for show. But these two are giving me the same vibe. Okay, so that's definitely a vibe coming through for you guys. Okay, but like I said, it's not just going to be about SIGs. It's definitely going to be about vulnerability and opening up as well. So be ready for that. And it's not going to be easy for you because then the Strength card wouldn't come out if it's going to be easy for you. So don't think, oh, that's fine, it's going to be easy. No, you're going to be challenged. I'm sorry to tell you. Lighting your path. That's it. You're finding what you're always meant to do and who you're always meant to be is the vibe coming through. I pulled from these already. And then, oh, wow, the cards fall like that. I guess we'll take those. But at the bottom of this deck here, we have backwards is forwards. So at first you may think you're not going in the right direction and you're kind of reverting to old beliefs, but you're really not, okay? This makes my job easier. We have Sacred Goddess, okay? So definitely tapping into that. Maybe some of you felt called Group 1. We have Adaptation, Group 1. These all came through Group 1. Hell no. I just realized that. No. We're definitely not doing that. We're shuffling these bad boys. Sorry, not sorry. Baddies. Pose for me. Oh, Lord. I'm sorry. Don't mind me. Oh, Jesus. We have the past is the present. This is that backwards is forwards energy. So definitely like confronting a lot of things from your past. This could definitely be a past person that's coming back into your life, a past friend, all that kind of stuff. Okay, here we have Mother Nature. This is like powers beyond your understanding. Like, you know, forces beyond your power or something like that. Forces beyond your imagination. Like, I don't know how to describe. I know it's just something like forces outside powerful forces with the Hierophant and the Mother Nature card coming through. Okay, so forces beyond your understanding or something like that. This could definitely have to do with weather. Weather could play a part in this thing that's coming your way or this manifestation. Good weather, bad weather. Something about being snowed in or rained in or a storm warning could be a vibe coming through, right? And it's coming out under good company. So that may, like, you know, a delay or something at the airport makes you meet this person. You know what I mean? And you're in good company. That's really, and then we have seize the day. Don't we love to see it? For what you're manifesting, you're seizing the day. It's kind of like, yeah, you get trapped at an airport because there's a storm or there's like a blizzard or whatever, and you guys have to stay at like a airport hotel for the time being until the storm is like not raging so bad. And then you meet this handsome stranger and you're kind of like, I don't usually do this kind of thing, right? And you guys spend the night together and that's you seizing the day. Like I'm never going to see him again. And then you end up seeing him again. It's definitely giving that, like, it's definitely giving like I said, forces at work. Exactly. Because in the first 50 Shades of Grey book, movie, Anna wasn't supposed to interview Christian. It was supposed to be her best friend. But lo and behold, her best friend Kate gets sick. And who has to take her place? Anna. And then Anna goes driving in her broke down car to Gray Industries, and she meets that man. Otherwise, she would have never met him. And he was also destined to speak at her college thing. So if they didn't meet at the interview, they would have met then. So it's like they constantly kept bumping into each other. And Spirit is finally like, nah, now's the time. Do your thing, Mother Nature. And a storm happens or something happens where you guys are stuck in the same place. Maybe they were meant to go back home that day and they can't go back home. So they're stuck in your city for one more day, or vice versa. And you guys meet each other. You see, it's definitely giving forces at work, you know? Lord, then we have the elements, literally, has something to do with a storm. I don't know what this is. This got really crazy and woo-woo for a second, but that's what I'm getting. I'm sorry. I gotta be true to the message, y'all. Yeah, it's definitely getting that. Mother Nature plays a part in this meeting with this person. Because I am getting it's gonna be a person. It's gonna be success, victory, you know what I mean? Wishes coming true. Okay, let's keep going. What else is coming through for the collective, please? It's like all the forces at work with the elements card coming through here. Ross, did I say? A man. Ah, yes! Her, he's holding a rose. Wink, wink, shove, shove. A rose toy could be a thing. Here we have good luck. Here we have, this is like, I think, a get-togethers is what this card here represents. Get-togethers with people outside. And it ends up raining, and then you guys have to run inside, and you bump into this person, and they save you from falling, and you start a conversation at the bar while you're waiting for the rain to stop, and then it's giving that. So if you're invited to a party, a get-together, or something, go. Because good company is definitely giving me, you're going to be in good company with friends, you're going to be, I guess, networking with people, you're going to be becoming successful while all falling in love, you know? We have the 4-leaf clover, so luck. So if you get invited to something or go somewhere, go. This could end up being outside with Mother Nature, right? That's confirmation right there. So go to the park, go on a picnic, things like that. Here we have the key unlocking the gate. And what's in the gate? A rose. Yeah, you're finally unlocking your heart. There's something here about you not wanting to fall in love or running from that, okay? And Spirit's like, not anymore. This person's coming in with a rose to appreciate you, to protect you, to serve you, to make you feel good. Love that. Pup. A new puppy can be a thing where you're manifesting a new zug, right? Or this person's gonna be like a dopey puppy for you. And that would also tie back into the whole energy that was coming through before. Maybe you're manifesting a golden retriever guy. And you're the black cat, because the Queen of Wands can be the black cat as well. Love that for you. And oh, we have the woman with her yitties all out. Oh God. So we have a man and woman coming through. They're very different, because this is the more assertive masculine woman, but she's also represented by Venus. Right, but this is like, she's seen as very powerful. So you're being seen as very powerful, sexy, attractive woman with her titties all out. Pure. And then we have this very romantic kind of man. So it is giving me, you may be the terror in this connection. This man may be a little bit more innocent or just very lovey-dovey, heart space centered, whatever, like, I guess, archetype resonated for you. When I was describing them, maybe you are more quiet and, you know, covert, under, you know, wallflower kind of energy. This person's more out there, more lovey, more dovey, more poetic kind of energy. Or they could be still quiet and very poetic and romantic, and you're like very powerful, a force you're working with. This is giving Queen of Wands energy, and it's also giving the light in your path, because they both look very sexy, very thick, if you will, very thick, right, very curvy. Love it. And this person's like, yeah, I want me some of that. Okay, period. Like, I'm so glad this thing just stays here so I can color her yitty, because that won't do. Okay, anything else coming through, please, Spirit? Here we have the letter. It's definitely giving someone's going to be writing you a heartfelt letter. You're going to be receiving a letter in the mail, like, as acceptance for something, you know? And then here we have the Ace of Cups coming through, Ace of Hearts. So, love, you're manifesting a partner. And then here we have the Ace of Spades coming through here, communication. So, definitely someone is going to be saying something to you with the Ace of Swords. For her, you know, Ace. And then here we have the Seven of Spades. So definitely like some clarification on something. And then here we have the Bridge. So I guess connections, you guys meeting in the middle. Meet me in the middle. What did I say? Yo, that song was coming through for y'all. Stop playing. Don't piss me off. Okay. What are they manifesting, please, Spirit? These are more love cards. Yeah, you have a fair commitment. You know this. Avoidant impulse. Stalled progression, emotional retreat. You're scared of commitment. This came through. You or somebody else, right? We have a direct message. You're going to be receiving a message from someone. Sudden impulse, unlifted, Unfiltered reach, subtle agenda. Why do they make these damn things in script? How annoying. What's coming? What are they manifesting in love, please, Spirit? Spirit commitment is definitely a thing coming through. That's something that we wanted to overcome. Look, we have boyfriend, girlfriend. Mutual choosing, deepening bond, emotional grounding. That's gorgeous. Okay, so you're manifesting the Anna to your Christian, the Christian to your Anna. Okay, we have a proper date. We love this. Okay, intentional presence, shared ease, genuine warmth. So y'all manifesting a beautiful relationship, a beautiful connection. Very sexually charged, compatible, a lot of chemistry. It's going to be healing this past hurt you have to deal with. And it's going to be like you, I guess, forcing you to like learn how to have a love. So maybe you've never been in love before or something like that. And Spirit's forcing you to like fall in love. Not forcing, you know, because they can't force you to do anything, but they're putting this person in your path for the very sake, a purpose of you to fall in love. We have a nice person. We have gentle aura, heart-centered grace, and soul-soothing warmth. I love this so much. And then here we have reconciliation for some of you. Oh Lord, here we go. Mutual healing, restored balance, and bridge rebuilt. What's coming next? What are they manifesting in love? We have opening up. Look at that. And you see how she is crying, terrified to open up. And this man is like, they're consoling her. This is so beautiful. Stop it. We have soft disclosure, vulnerable truth, tender honesty. And that is that strength card in reverse. I told you it's not going to be easy because strength wouldn't come out if it was going to be easy. It's going to be opening up emotionally is hard. As someone who knows. And we have breadcrumbing, minimal effort, scattered presence, intermittent signals. This could be someone from your past who used to do that. And then we have loneliness at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so somebody here is lonely. We have inner hollow, silent longing, emotional night. Someone's longing for you. And emotional night is definitely giving me this opening up energy with reconciliation. If this is someone that you know and you're reconciling with them, like Christian reconciling with Anna in the second movie, talking about, I want to be with you again. And she was like, well, these are the rules you're going to have to follow. And he's like, okay, fine, fine, fine. You know what I mean? Kind of energy. That's what's coming through for y'all, child. So someone who has a fear of commitment, whether that be you or someone else, is definitely going to be falling in love with someone. You know what I mean? You're getting a boyfriend or a girlfriend. Love that for you guys, okay? I hope I talked your ear off long enough, okay? Very beautiful. Go watch Fifty Shades of Grey, read the books, watch the movies, all that good stuff, okay? But keep being in this very much ambitious, going after your goals, being very driven, going on vacation, going out of your comfort zone. That's going to help you meet this person, guys. Being in your one piece, so boats could be important. You know, the way he was on a boat, a ship could be important. And I was talking about Mother Nature. That could definitely be a thing as well. I don't know how that would manifest itself. Like you get like you're on a cruise and there's stormy weather and everyone has to be like brought together in the main room. You guys meet each other across the room. Something like that's coming through. Mother Nature and weather is going to be a big thing in this, right? And like being outside on the different people is what's coming through as well. Because we have that garden card coming through somewhere. Let's read it real quick. Do I have the book next to me? What number was it? 43. I don't remember what that is specifically. I tell myself I'll look it up. So let's get into it. The labyrinth. When you think you've done everything you can, you hit a wall and have to start again. Ooh, I am the labyrinth that keeps you going through trial and error to the end. Exactly. There is no shortcuts to success, my friends. You've been going through all those tribulations. And like I said, you have been in the energy of Luffy and Ash and said, I'm going to get there. I'm going to do it. And that's getting you there and getting you doing it. Getting you to it. And the Hierophant can also represent, you know, being committed to something. So because you've been in this very Hierophant committed energy to this thing you believe in wholeheartedly, you're going to be getting it, right? And that success can help you meet this person for sure, like I said. So if you're being invited places, say yes, go places, travel, you know what I mean? Sow your wild oats, live your life. Don't overwork yourself, okay? Getting a new puppy could definitely be a thing as well. And like I said, you thought you're never going to fall in love and Spirit the joke's on you. That could also have something to do with how you meet this person as well. Proper date, beautiful, love this. But anyway, I'm done for you guys. I hope this reading resonated. If it did, feel free to like, comment, subscribe. Join the tribe. We'd love to have you. If you'd ever want to book a personal reading, you could always do that using my email in the description box below. But I do hope you're having a beautiful, wonderful day whenever you're watching this reading. If you'd ever want to join memberships, you could always do that using my email. Not email, sorry. Talking too fast. Using the link in the description box below, right above the timestamps. Hype the video if you can. It helps the channel a lot. Comment, do all that stuff. Send it to yourself if you must, but please help this post, whatever, get where it needs to go. Okay, love you guys. Share it with a friend, right? But anyway, yeah, I love you guys, and as always, I will see you gorgeous people in the next one. Mwah. Bye. Hello, my gorgeous group threes. Welcome to your reading. Thank you for joining me here today. Let's hop right on into what are you manifesting, okay? When I was asking Spirit to tap into your energy, I was hearing joy, jubilation, celebration, and merriment. So a lot of carrying on. It's definitely a vibe coming through for you guys. What you're manifesting is more joy, more light, more life, okay? So this could be more parties, more social gatherings, more time with friends, more vacations, you know, things like that. Girl trips, group vacations, staycations, whatever the vibe may be, okay? And also some of you could have been called to group too. So I wanted to burst into the song that was coming through at the end of their reading. Love that will last. You could be also manifesting a love that will last. Whether you have that love or not, whether you're with someone, not with someone, you're manifesting a love that will last, okay? Cause yeah, I was ready to like burst into the song as soon as I pressed play, but I was like, nah, chill. Okay, so that song could be important. It's by Renee. Is her name Olstead or something like that? But Love That Will Last, or A Love That Will Last, and then you type in Renee, it should pop right up, okay? And if not, I'm going to link it for group 2, so you can go listen to it as well. So there you go. Let's get right into it. I keep hearing the song, so I'll sing the part that I keep hearing. I don't want just a memory, give me forever. Don't even think about saying goodbye, 'cause I just want love to be enough and remain in my heart till I die. So call me romantic, but I guess that it's so. There's something more that you ought to know. Ugh. I'm not the kind of girl to complicate the past. I want a love that will last. I don't know, I think that's what she says. You ought to know. I don't do drama. My tears don't fall fast. I want a love that will last. Okay, one of those, okay, is coming through for you guys. So there you go. And we have the 9 of Cups, the King of Wands. Wow, that's gorgeous. Okay. So I'm hearing achievement reached is what I'm hearing. You know, like when you were playing a video game when we were younger and you like pass and go to the next level, they would have like this bright screen like a new achievement unlocked is what I'm seeing in my mind's eye. So a new achievement is going to be unlocked for you guys, and it's something you've been actively pursuing with the King of Wands. He doesn't sit on the sidelines and wait for things to come his way. He actively chases something. So it's something you're actively chasing. That's how you'll know what it is. It's not something abstract. It's something you're actively chasing, whether that be money, whether that be success, whether that be success by having a lot of money, or having success and in, you know, by association having a lot of money. You know what I mean? Excuse me, confirmation burp. But as soon as I said that, the sun started like really shining bright on this side of the table over here. I don't know if you could have seen it, I'm not sure, but it keeps getting a little bit brighter, like right here, you know, and the sun is like beaming into the window. So, you know, satisfaction. I can't get no satisfaction. And then we have the artist. So something they do are like actively creating. Like I said, you're actively creating your, you know, destiny, your manifestation. So I guess you can come out too. So something you're working on. Like I said, it's gonna be like a very successful conclusion to that thing. And then we also have the High Priestess, so you can feel it coming, or you will feel it coming. Whenever it does manifest to your reality, you kind of feel like a shift, a subtle shift. Because the High Priestess isn't loud. She's like very subtle, very soft. So you're gonna feel a subtle shift. And then maybe one day you wake up, then you have like 1 million followers on Instagram, and you know it happened overnight, and you're just like, what happened? And a video of yours, you know, popped off or something like that. You know what I mean? So something you're actively working towards. So if you have the 5 of Pentacles in reverse, there could be an energy of here. There could be an energy here of you no longer wanting to be alone, or you feeling very alone in the world, and you no longer feeling very alone. Or like an outcast, or someone who constantly does and does and does but gets nothing in return. You're constantly like, you know, overgiving of yourself, okay? Sorry, I gotta, yeah, and look, I just saw, I don't know the full comment, but I just saw, hey, congratulations on perk. And I'm on my this YouTube. I have like a personal YouTube, and I have a this YouTube, and I have another YouTube. I have a lot of YouTubes actually, but hey, this YouTube that I post these videos on, I think I just posted my, I've been 2 years on this YouTube here, because I have another YouTube as well. But anyway, please, I keep getting distracted. So maybe you're out here hustling. You have this job, this side hustle, this side hustle. But on this YouTube, I just reached 2 years, like I think on Sunday, I think it was. And I posted like thank you guys for being here, for supporting me kind of energy. And that's a milestone I've reached, because on my other YouTube, I wasn't really experiencing much growth. So I kind of like said, we'll dash it away and do another one. And I've experienced more growth on this channel. Not as much as I would like, but you know, someone said he runs the race. This is what's coming through. And I just celebrated 2 years on this channel. So thank you for being here, guys. Honestly, I forgot to like mention the video, but it didn't really come through to your reading. So thanks for being here. I appreciate you. Maybe you're going to be receiving like some kind of accolade as well, you know? I would never have remembered, honestly, if YouTube didn't say, congratulations on 2 years. And I'm like, oh, really? I know that I started the channel like in April, but I feel like I've been doing this for so much longer than just 2 years. And I have, but on this channel, it's been 2 years, you know? So anyway, yeah, I just got a congratulations. So you're going to be receiving some kind of accolade where you realize you're not alone, or you're not doing things for naught or for no reason kind of energy, okay? We have the Judgment. So yeah, something's coming in fast and quick, but it's not going to be like I said, it's not going to be like, oh my gosh, like I'm scared, or a lesson to be learned, or a challenge or something like that. It's going to be something that's like very, how can I even say it? It feels like home. You know, and I'm hearing that song by James Arthur, and I quite miss home, and I miss you telling me to leave my shoes at the door, cause you just swept the floor and the dirt drives you crazy. Yeah, I quite miss home, cause it feels like poetry, and something, when the wind's in your hair, and you're watching the TV. I quite miss home. I miss home. Anyway, I quite miss home with James Arthur. Anyway, I quite miss home, and it feels like poetry. So good. I love James Arthur. But anyway, there can be something. It's gonna be a feeling of like you're gonna be missing home, or it's gonna be like a feeling of coming home. Honestly. You have an Ace of Pentacles coming through here. Okay. And then we have a Fool of Pentacles and a Seven of Swords, okay? I'm trying to figure out how they're meant to fall. I'm hearing don't worry about it. Interesting. How they're meant to fall. So it doesn't matter. I know in group 2, there was a specific way, or group 1, one of those groups, y'all. Spirit was like, nah, we said it's in reverse, leave it in reverse. But this group, like, it doesn't matter, okay? So yeah, you've been feeling really alone. You're going to be not feeling so much alone, right? Maybe you're going to be hearing more from Spirit, period. You're going to be hearing more from them, like more angel numbers, signs, synchronicities, and you're going to feel less alone. Like, hey, they're with me every step of the way. I know that's how I feel whenever I see an angel number or synchronicity. And I'm like, and I feel compelled to look it up. And that's hilarious. Because I wasn't sure if it was your group or another group yesterday, but I was doing a reading, and there was like this bird that landed outside the window. And I'm like, I've never seen a bird like that before in my life. I've never seen a bird like that before. And it was like black for the most part, I feel like, from what I saw to the window, but it had like a yellow belly or yellow-orange belly. And then around the eye, there was like a white coating, you know, like a white birthmark around the eye. And I remembered that when I was on my way to work today. And I'm like, what kind of bird is that? And it ended up being an American robin. And they're like, oh, they're very like common in the North America. And I'm like, I've never seen a bird like that in my life. I can promise and swear on that. I've never seen a bird like that before. That was my first time seeing it. And it flew right outside the window. And it was looking at me. And I'm like, hey, square up. Because what do you want from me? But when a bird is looking at you through a window at that, like, how did you know I was even in here? Like, I'm pretty sure the sun is glaring out there and you can't see inside, but it was staring right at me, and it's perched right on the fire escape outside, and was just staring at me for a good 2 minutes, and then it flew away during the reading of that. So you could have been from that reading. I'm trying to remember what reading that would. It would have been like How Do You Riz Men, I think it was. So if you watch that, I don't know. I think it was more so like group 2 or 3. It might have been group 2 for that reading, so you could have been from that group. But anyway, I digress. I looked up the meaning of it, and it's like the American robin comes back around to signify the beginning of spring. So when things get warmer, so it represents joy and community and connection and love and stuff like that. So that could be and I was talking about that in the beginning of your reading. So yeah, That's a vibe. Look up what the American Robin means, and that could definitely be a message there. But I remember it was like joy and connection and warmth and fun and stuff like that. So that could be a vibe. And birds also represent talking and having a good time and messages. So a lot of messages, communication, you know, correspondence from friends maybe. I'm hearing pen pals could be a thing as well. Friends you haven't spoken to or seen in a long time could be popping back up. Like girls trip was definitely coming through as well. So you meeting the girls and saying, hey, it's time for another trip could be a thing too. Like all those things are coming through as well. But anyway, Ace of Pentacles represents a new financial opportunity to build and grow upon. So like, you getting offered a new job and that job is going to bring some financial security for you is basically, I guess, the meaning of that Ace of Pentacles or this Ace of Pentacles. You know what I mean? Like you're getting offered a role on TV that kind of exposes you to the world, and then you start getting more roles. Like it's reminding me of Chase Infinity, how she was like the breakout star of One Battle After Another. I didn't really care for the movie, no lie. I watched it, it was very long, and I'm just like, it was kind of annoying as well, and very much all over the place and weird, but I feel like that's kind of like the state of America, and I feel like there was like a deeper message there, especially with that Santa Claus, that old white man cult club in the freaking movie. Anyway, I think there was a deeper message there, which is why it like won so many awards, or it was just based on white people privilege and they won awards. But I feel like Sinners, even though I didn't care for the movie that much either, definitely deserves to win more awards than One Battle After Another. But anyway, I digress. Chase Infinity was a breakout star from that movie, and I think I just saw her in like a preview for the Testament or something. It's like a, what is it called? Break off series from The Handmaid's Tale. And I think it's called The Testament or something like that. And I'm like, okay, girl, you get another role so quick. I didn't think she would be like, you know, getting all those roles. But once you get in one movie and people see how talented you are, you're going to immediately get more roles. That's kind of what I'm getting here. So I said all that to say, you're getting an opportunity to build upon something that will like bring everlasting wealth and growth, you know? We have the Four of Pentacles. It's going to allow you to save, finally, maybe. Or maybe you're going to be able to finally make a big purchase on something you've been saving for. That was a message that was coming through over on TikTok, you know, the other day. And then we have the Seven of Swords, okay? This is an energy of like keeping things to yourself and being very discerning about who you let into your life and what you tell them, okay? So that could definitely be a vibe as well. Maybe the things you're going for, you're not going to be telling a lot of people because, you know, the evil eye is real. No matter if people intend to do it or not, it's real. So what are they manifesting? We have the World clarifying the Nine of Cups, something you've been wanting for a long time. It's a completion, success, victory, a graduating phase in your life where you're going from one thing and going up a level. I'm hearing a tax bracket, or you're going from bronze to gold. You know what I mean? Or is it silver? Bronze, silver, gold. So maybe you're going from bronze to silver, and the next step up from that will be gold. But right now you're just going up to silver. You're changing tax brackets, making more money, right? That's the kind of energy coming through here for you guys, okay? I'm hearing breaking barriers could be a vibe as well. Maybe you are someone who's very big on, like, I guess, justice and racial equality, and maybe you are mad that Sinners didn't win more awards, and you, like, I guess, what's his name, Ryan Coogler inspired you to become a director yourself and start making more Black-centered movies, and that's what you're going to be doing, and that's going to get you your big break to continue making more movies, right? Because I think Ryan Coogler used to be like a really small director. He would like make smaller movies, and I think from jump, Michael B. Jordan was there with him in the trenches, right? Because he was shooting in the gym. He was with him shooting in the gym. And so was Chadwick Boseman. They were all like friends coming up in like California or whatever. And it's kind of like that moment, his Oscar winning moment was like, okay, boom, this is the movie that did it. But if he didn't start from somewhere, he never would have gotten to Sinners, right? So it's kind of giving me, you already did your, was it Fruitvale Station, all those movies he had before, and you're finally going to be like approaching your Sinners moment where it wins you all these awards, okay? I think Sinners won like 3 Oscars. Best, I think, of course, actor, which would be Michael B. Jordan. Then it was like, was it costumes or something? Was it soundtrack? I don't remember. But they won, I think, 3 Oscars. Here we have the King of Pentacles, exactly, so money. And coming, wow, clarifying the artist is beautiful. That's gold right there, literally. The thing that you've been working on, you've been putting your heart and soul into is going to be making you physical money. Okay, and the King of Pentacles is not just, oh, $5. Nah, it's giving more $5 million. 5 milli, a milli, a milli, a milli, a milli, a milli, a millionaire. I'm a young money millionaire, tougher than. I'm not saying that. Let me stop. Oh, child. Okay. So yeah, we have that energy come through. We have two kings, and they're very powerful kings. All the kings are powerful, but I do believe the King of Wands and the King of Pentacles, like, they have like an extra sauce to them, I feel like, okay? So you're going to be getting a little bit of extra sauce. So something, like I said, you've been chasing behind passionately, something that brings you to life, invigorates your soul, is going to be making you physical money. And a lot of people can't say that. They can't say they love what they do, you know? But I think it has something to do with, like, the entertainment industry. It's a lot of those examples that were coming through, like movies and things like that, right? So maybe you are an actor, or maybe you are a screenplay writer, or maybe you are a director, or maybe you do those things, you know? And those things you have, like the worlds you build in your mind with the artist coming through here, the way he's looking out over this thing and like writing down what he's seeing and experiencing and feeling in the world and making it into a song, making it into a movie, making it into a portrait, making it into a whatever he, you know, his soul feels called to make him make it into. And that's going to be making you some money. So your dreams are definitely coming through and or true. Yeah, and it's someone who's like in control of the money. Like I was saying, we have the Four of Pentacles coming here, which is like saving your money and able to reach this King of Pentacles status where you're not like always like scared your money's gonna go down the drain or something. So maybe it's investing your money somewhere, learning how to invest it better, and it's gonna be your money's making money, you know? That was also a message that was coming through on TikTok. So y'all should go follow me on TikTok. Yeah, I'll be over there like every day. Go follow me, show your girl some support, appreciate you. But like something you're doing in the spotlight and the public eye is definitely gonna be gaining some traction and making you some money. And that money's gonna be making money, okay? Boom. And then we have the Well. Wow, this is actually really beautiful. It doesn't matter how we flip it and reverse it. These two kind of go well together as well. And the King of Pentacles and this would go well together as well. Because this is you being scared, being broke on your own, lonely, not having any kind of support, monetary support, physical support. And the King of Pentacles is you know, eventually reaching that, you know, getting that, okay? And then we have the Artist in the Well. This is definitely you implementing, okay? Or you dreaming things up and implementing them. You know what I mean? The artist has a well of ideas. You're creating things from nothing, from scratch, from thin air. You're watching the world around you, like I said, and experiencing certain things. And based on those experiences, you're building worlds in your mind. And those worlds are going to be like, you know, important to pop culture or society or something like that. The way we go and watch a movie and it becomes our whole entire world, right? And I was just like, funnily enough, fangirling over 50 Shades of Grey in group 2 because I was coming through for them. And I'm like, I love me some Anna. I don't care what I gotta say, I'm gonna die on that hill. I love Christian. Like he's like I love a redemption arc, which is why I like just used to love Zuko from Avatar The Last Airbender so much. I love a bad guy who turns good at the end, or a troubled character who turns good at the end. That was Christian Grey in the books, right? And those books, like, I was 18 reading the books, and I'm like, what? Like, never really had any experience with like dating or anything in the world. I'm just like, oh, really? And just him, like, going from someone who didn't want something so adamantly to being someone who's willing to fight for what he wanted in his future and his love and his life. It's just like, it's so beautiful. Let me stop. But truly, and I don't care. I'm gonna die on that hill. I love me a tortured character that like grows. I love growth. I don't like people who think they're perfect, and perfect characters don't exist. There needs to be some grit. There needs to be some growth. There needs to be some challenges. There needs to be something in a book or a movie that I'm watching or reading. Okay, and I think you may embody those things or capture those things so beautifully, right? You're able to add some levity, some light, some humor, but some drama, some love, some romance, some realism up in there, right? Because there is some realism to Sinners, if we're coming back to that example, right? There's realism there if you're able to see close enough to the message, right? And the same thing I was saying with One Battle After Another. I'm pretty sure there was some political messages up in that bit too. And I'm just like, I saw it, heard about it. I like a movie where I have some escapism. I don't want to be thinking about what's going on in the world. There was a lot of things going on in that movie with the how they were riling up the immigrants and treating them bad, and the guy who was helping Leo was also helping his family, and they were treating everybody so badly, you know what I mean? And even the way they were treating the kids, the police officers, now I'm thinking about that movie was kind of like, I think, a political message in and of itself, but they made it into like a movie we could all enjoy and not think too hard about, but then also look deeper if you wanted to, right? And I think that's something you're very good at, and that's something that's gonna make you money if you've been wondering. And the sun just freaking blew into my face. Oh my gosh, that's confirmation right there, guys. I don't know what else to tell y'all. And judgment, like I said, it's kind of like an awakening, but it's not something that's like debilitating. It's like an awakening that happens where you're just like, oh, it makes sense now, right? And you know what, might as well just put this upright, because Spirit already said it doesn't matter whether they're upright or in reverse. It's kind of like a subtle awakening, your soul being awoken, right? So that's what's coming through. Let's get to these last few cards here. What are they manifesting, please, Spirit? Wow. Okay. So we have the moon, we have imagination. Not even the moon, Nine of Swords, okay? Seven of Wands. So fighting for what you want. Fighting for what you want. The Seven of Wands is definitely like, hey, try me, bro. Come at me, bro. Come at me, bro. It's hilarious. We have the Six of Cups coming through here. So a childhood dream, realization, something you have been thinking about since you were a child. It's kind of like giving me, you planted this seed, something you used to hold tight, hold dear to your heart when you were younger. Is definitely coming through. But that's what you're manifesting, right? This could be a project you've been working on since you've been younger, right? We have the Eight of Wands is coming in fast, hot, and quick, and Three of Cups is also kind of giving you muse energy. So it's definitely something you are creating with people around you. So if you're the singer of the group, you need to get you someone who can write music and a dancer or a producer. Then it's a trifecta, right? Because you have the person who wrote the song, the person who arranged the song, and the person who's dancing to the song, you know what I mean? And the person who's singing the song as well. You need all those to make a perfect song. You can't just have an artist who doesn't know how to write music or play music or, you know, organize, or what is it called? The sun keeps getting in my eye. Like, can y'all see the way it's getting a little bit brighter? That's insane. Like, yeah, the sun's gonna be shown on you. Like, it's not even supposed to still be sunny outside right now. It's like 5 o'clock. Okay, I guess the sun doesn't set till 7 or whatever. Anyway, you're like a shining star. The light's gonna be shining on you. It's like in your spotlight moment. But arrange the song. Thank you. You need someone to arrange the song, sing the song, write the song, all that kind of stuff. You're gonna be getting that trifecta. That could be you. You could do all those things yourself, or you're gonna be finding people who can help you do that. A little bit of a community. You know what I mean, to help you. And it's funny, because it's coming out right over the Five of Pentacles. So something you felt very alone in. You're gonna be finding people to support you in, right? So let's keep going. What else is coming through for the collective, please, Spirit, for my group threes? What are they manifesting? I'm also going to pull for love as well from the Love Oracle to see what you're manifesting in love as well. Wow, that was fast. We have say it out loud. Yeah, so something you've been holding back or like keeping to yourself, you're going to be putting out there. And it's kind of giving you like a book you may have like started writing when you were younger and you were kind of like, oh, this is stupid. But now that you have more perspective, more experience, you're older now, you're wiser, King of Wands and the World, or maybe you just have more belief in yourself and this thing now, you're able to look at it, see it in a different light, and rewrite it and re-release it, and now, you know, you're gonna get famous from it. But I think I didn't say enough about the whole 50 Shades of Grey thing. Like, I love what's her name for writing that book. I forget her name, but she never wrote it, and it was like inspired by Twilight. So if Stephanie Meyers never wrote that, and then E.L. James never wrote 50 Shades of Grey, I wouldn't have some of my favorite movies ever. I love Twilight. I'm obsessed with it, and that could probably also be why I love 50 Shades of Grey, because she said it was based off of Bella and Edward, basically. And also Bella, Bella, I feel like she was a troubled character as well. She didn't experience much growth as Edward did, but I guess she did what she needed to do, I guess, you know. I'm not really a Bella fan, but I love Edward, and he loves her, so I kind of love her through him, you know. Anyway, say it aloud. You saying the thing, doing the thing, expressing yourself is going to be a big thing you're manifesting. And that is like that's not like a small feat. That's big, especially for you. And the first card being the King of Wands is definitely giving me the energy of you are scared to maybe express yourself and be seen, because the sun just keeps shining in here, shining in here, shining in here, they're going away, shining and going away, you know? Maybe this is something you were seeing slight success and then it will kind of go away. And then you see slight success again and go away. You're coming up to a time again. You're coming upon a time again where you're going to be shining. And as soon as I say that, the sun comes again. Exactly. You're coming back to a time where it's going to, like, the sun's going to be on you again. The sun's going to be on you again. We have dream on, dream on, dream on. So keep dreaming on. The things you've been dreaming about, like I was saying here, the Four of Pentacles, something you've been dreaming about since you were a child, holding very near and dear to your heart. You're going to be releasing into the world. The people are going to be taking it, I guess, positively. Here we have crying out. Something's going to be very emotional, or it's going to be like very emotionally cleansing for you. And then here we have generous spirit. So someone could be coming in to help you with this. Generosity can be important. Maybe we're going to be getting more money to be generous to people. Four of Pentacles is like a very stingy energy sometimes. So maybe you're learning how to be a little bit more, you know, giving, more generous. And that helps you make more money. I'm also hearing gratitude is going to be a big thing for you as well. Here we have ignite your fire. So definitely passion, fire, the things that light you up inside is going to be a big thing. And I just keep seeing a squirrel outside the window. If it's not a bird, it's a squirrel. Yeah, and he's eating. So you're finally going to be fed. You're going to eat. Yeah, you ate that up. Is what I'm hearing. And then we have Queen. Ooh, period. So you're going to be ascending to the throne. You're going to be receiving your, like I said, give me my 10s. Yeah, you're receiving your 10s. Then give me my 10s. Then take away 2, I 8, I win. Give me my 10s. Funny. Okay. What are they manifesting? Please spare my group of 3s. What are they manifesting? This could like take you away from home a lot, because that song is coming through again. Quite Miss Home by James Arthur. You could be receiving a call because the phone is ringing a lot. What's going on right now? And I kind of got to use the bathroom, but I'm going to wait it out until we're done with the reading. Give you your 10s. I hate I wins. You're definitely going to be receiving your accolades, okay? Okay, then take away 10. I 8, I win. Give me my 10. We have bountiful harvest, beautiful. So like I said, the ships are coming in, the things are paying off, the investments are coming back, that kind of thing. Here we have sense of place, finding your place in the world. Look at her. It kind of looks like she's like in front of a vanity. I know it's not a vanity, but as I'm looking at it in the camera, it's giving her in front of a vanity, like, you know, congratulating herself, telling herself positive affirmations. Glamour magic can be a big thing for you guys. And she's wearing her crown in this card here. And she has her what is that called? I'm hearing scepter. It's not a scepter. We have veil of deception. Didn't the 7 of Swords come out for you guys? I think the 7 of Swords is right here. No, then maybe it's 7 of Swords didn't come out for y'all. I'm pretty sure it did. Is it right there? I don't want to mess up the spread. Either way, this is definitely something you were keeping to yourself, keeping harnessed away from everybody else, where nobody could see, kind of energy, keeping hidden. The 7 of Wands would also be that, something you're very defensive about, something you're scared to let go of. I'm gonna let go of control of. What is this card here? Ace of, then where's the 7 of Swords? Was that for group 2? I thought it came out for y'all. I guess not. I did say some of you could feel called to group 2, so, and then I brought up 50 Shades of Grey as well, so there's a connection there, I feel like. So you're manifesting more than one thing. Anywho, yeah, something you've been keeping very close to your chest, away from everyone else. You're like scared to let it go because it's something that means a lot to you. It's definitely a vibe coming through for you guys. You have courage, having the courage to go after something. Or put yourself out there, follow your dreams. King of Wands, again. To bet on yourself. I'm here and I'm not gonna stop, that's who I am. Bet on it, bet on it, bet on it, bet on it. We have forgiveness, bet on it from High School Musical. And then you have sacrifice, interesting. Excuse me, confirmation, bro, sorry. I'm sorry. So yeah, we have forgiveness coming through here. So something you're gonna have to forgive yourself for, or someone else for, could definitely be a thing as well. Or maybe we're going to be having the courage to forgive someone, because it does take courage to forgive. I don't know what you heard or what you learned in life, but I do believe it takes courage to forgive, because I was watching a movie the other day and the girl was like trying to find revenge on her person so bad. I'm trying to remember the name of the movie. Is it something? Anyway, basically the girl found out that her boyfriend was cheating on her with her sister, right? And he was like a boxer, and she trained him and kind of made him who he was a little bit. And she ended up like going for his arch nemesis and falling in love with him and teaching him how to win. And I think she wouldn't talk to her sister, and her sister was calling the gym where she worked, and the person who owned the gym was like, anger is like drinking poison, expecting someone else to get sick from it. And I was like, ooh. And it's kind of the same thing with forgiveness. Like not forgiving someone and being upset at them is kind of like slowly drinking poison, expecting the other person to die from it. You know what I mean? So it's kind of giving me that as well. Forgiveness it does take courage, because you don't want to, of course, you want them to hurt, but leave that in the hands of spirit and karma. Okay, so you're kind of letting those things go. Okay, that's also what you're manifesting, letting something go and forgiving someone. Sacrifice. Maybe it's gonna take courage as well to sacrifice something that you thought you wanted for a long time, but you weren't really getting. Okay, let's see what else is coming through for my group 3. Spirit, what are they manifesting? What are my group 3s manifesting? Here we have, I think this is a garden. It's like outside excursions. Networking could definitely be a big thing coming through as well. Here we have the fox. Yeah, there is something here about deception, or maybe someone was being deceptive to you. That leads to you having to forgive them, to be a vibe. Being, I'm hearing publicly humiliated or betrayed, to be a vibe as well. And I just put the inside of my cheek, so that could definitely be a thing or confirmation for somebody. We have 6, which is like, yeah, clearing away the stormy weather. The sun after the storm. Interesting. So you may have been through a lot of things when it comes to this manifestation, or a bunch of them. Here you have an option, the choice. You're choosing either the light or the dark, or the sun or the moon, the sky, the nighttime sky, or the sun sign. The sun sign is crazy. Your sun sign could be important, but choosing the sunshine or the sunset or nighttime, you know, both are beautiful. I would personally choose the nighttime sky, but that's just me. I definitely prefer dusk and twilight than, I love a good sunset. I'm not even gonna lie, but I would choose this door instead. It just depends what you like, right? So it's definitely getting choices to choose between two beautiful things and choosing both, or choosing one or the other, right? So having options, you know, put before you, that's gonna be what you're manifesting as well, options. Here, this is definitely giving me the tree of life, stability, right? It's like the way the light is going through the tree is kind of like revitalizing it as well. So maybe revitalization, then the birds were coming through as well. Are these robins? That would be crazy if they were, because I was just talking about them. Somebody tell me what those birds are in the tree. Are those robins? Because I would scream. I was bringing that up in your group earlier. They look like them. They have yellow bellies, right? Orange bellies. Here we have the fishes, which represents abundance, luck, prosperity. Okay, that's coming through as well. That's the confirmation for the King of Pentacles. Then we also have the moon, and then we have the compass. So maybe you would choose a nighttime sky as well, because you would need, like, I mean, when you're on seas, you would need the compass to lead the right way, to keep pointing you towards true north. But it's definitely giving me you're finding your true north as well. So the thing you were always meant to do is a big vibe coming through for you guys. You're finding what you were always meant to do. But I do believe this card here, number 20, is the garden. Give me a second. Put those down, and then I kind of want to get into the book for a second for those. So 20 is kind of like being seen. The park, where you are going to a party, or when you are going to a party, a concert, or a business meeting, I am sure to show up in your reading. Look at that. When you are going to a party, a concert, or a business meeting, I will be sure to show up in your reading. Stop it. You will find me in a reunion or a retreat, a riot, or a picnic. I like crowds and public events, so naturally I am good with all of your networking events. And I was talking about networking, wasn't I, with one of these cards? I don't remember, but I was talking about it. I know that much. Then we also have, I want to look up the 5. What is that? The tree. I am here to stay and grow. Something that's here to stay. I am the health of your body, mind, and soul. Look for the cards next to me to find out more about me. When negative cards are closed, pack some tissues for your nose. No negative cards. So stability, a lot of choices, you know, action, networking, success. And then let's look up the moon. Is this something you don't see coming, maybe? Look here. Don't piss me off. We have The moon. Ooh, love and romance, intuition and psychic abilities, imagination and creativity. When you have the artist and the well, okay. I reach across the sky and influence the waters. I am admired all around. I bring fame. I bring honors. Don't piss me off. I love that. Exactly. So you have fame coming in, you have love, you have romance, intuition, psychic ability is going to be strengthening, imagination, creativity are definitely your gifts, okay? Anyway, I reach across the sky and I am admired all around. So definitely someone is admired, which is the queen, you know? I think the king is more like power and the queen is more admiration and love. So definitely going to be admired for something. Let's keep going and get some cards. That's a beautiful card actually for the moon. We have these love messages we're going to get into. So please, Spirit, what are they manifesting in love? Be specific. We have, courting. Steady devotion, thoughtful consistency, and heartfelt offering. Now the sun is going down. It's getting a little darker in here to see. So courting. What are they manifesting in love? Please be very specific, Spirit. Be as specific as possible. We have trust issues. This could be something you're gonna have to kind of confront. You would have trust issues. We have hypervigilance, guarded heart, and skeptical read. So yeah, I think you are getting with someone who's very skeptical, especially if you've been hurt before with this forgiveness card that was coming through as well for you guys. And this veil of deception, that makes a lot of sense, does it not? Group 3, unfinished business, wow. Lingering thread, unresolved energy, and cyclical tension. Did that come through? Yeah, it did in the moon. It's a reconciliation, right? Wow. Is that coming through for everybody? Shoot. We have opening up. Look at her. She's... I'm sorry. This card always makes me laugh. She's literally crying in his arms. It says soft disclosure, vulnerable truth, and tender honesty. You're going to be able to open up, even though you have trust issues. You're going to be finding someone you can open up with. And I think this also came through in group 2, if you felt called. Like I said, we have the juggler. This could definitely be you, okay? Or you're kind of calling in someone who has a lot of responsibilities as well. It says performative charm, shifting attention, scattered loyalty. Interesting. I'm not really getting that vibe here, but that could be what you're used to. Someone who's only like just performing for you. And that can lead to trust issues, right? But that's something you have to overcome. You also have cheating. Did that come through at the beginning of the reading? I think it did. Wow. Okay. Confirmation. So you are still have to deal with these things, which is why you have trust issues, which makes sense. You know, betrayed trust, hidden actions, and broken integrity. Interesting. And then we have the freaking fox. Yeah. So be careful. We have liking photos, a lurker, spotlight glance, which is that sun energy that kept coming through the reading. Curated interest and ego spark. So someone like dating you just for their ego boost. Yuck. A yuck. And then we have vibes. It says energetic harmony, intuitive alignment, and resonant frequency. So definitely someone who you're going to be vibing with. The vibes are going to be vibey. You can open up with them, right? I think you're going to have to get over this energy of thinking you can only attract like jugglers and, you know, people who cheat and people who own like your photos but don't really do anything else, right? That's a vibe coming through for you guys. That's the thing in the past. You're like attracting more. You're attracting someone you can open up with, someone with the vibes, be vibing. I think vibes are important for you, right? Especially with your intuition. So how you feel about them, how they come off, and then we have courting coming through. Now we have loneliness and gaslighting. Ooh, you've been through some things. Okay, we have inner hollow, silent longing, emotional night with loneliness and gaslighting. We have distorted truth, psychological spin, and reality erosion. So you're gonna have to overcome a lot of these things. It's gonna lead to you opening up to someone, okay? Let's get 2 more cards from here. So that's after 2, period. Getting what you want as well. You're gonna act and receive. We have boyfriend, girlfriend, how cute. Mutual chasing, deepening bond, and emotional grounding. Yeah, so you're gonna overcome all these negative like experiences. So don't let them define you, please. And then we have false promises, but don't also give them the false promises either. So we have empty assurances, cyclical letdown, inconsistent follow through. This could be what you were dealing with this past person. They have to heal that ish, because please don't piss me off. You know, they have to heal that for sure. If they were cheating, do not take them back. I will come and find you. Please do not. But if this is like someone who's like dealing with, and this is me talking about, I love a character who comes back, not from cheating. I'm sorry. Maybe gaslighting, maybe certain things, but cheating is right to the line. But you could have different, you know, parameters, that's fine. But I'm here like, oh, I love me a character who knows how to redeem himself. But the character that I'm talking about was not cheating. They was just, you know, they had some things to grow. You know what I mean? No one's perfect, but a cheater, hell no. But do what you do, honestly. But yeah, we have false promises. This is something you were dealing with in the past, these energies, but I feel like you're going to be transitioning. And like I said, do not drink poison and expect someone else to die from it. You need to forgive and move on. And that could be something you're doing with this person as well. Take what resonates for you, child. I'm not telling you to forgive a cheater. I would never do that. Hell no, right? But that could be a vibe coming through. Or this is just what you used to deal with. And Spirit's like, no more. Okay? But you could also be getting a lot of people, especially if you're going to be getting a lot of attention, and Spirit's like, you know, have some discernment. But anyway, before this reading gets too long, thank you guys for watching. If it did resonate, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Join the tribe. We'd love to have you. If you would ever want to book a personal reading, you could always do that using my email in the description box below. Hype the video, share, all that good stuff. Please help the channel. Just comment something, a word, a phrase, anything. It doesn't have to pertain to the reading, but comments just help the reading as well. So I would appreciate it if y'all would just comment something. You know what I mean? If you want to join my membership, you could also do that using the link in the description box below, right above the timestamps. But as always, I hope you're having a beautiful, wonderful day whenever you're watching this reading. And as always, I will see you gorgeous people in the next one. Mwah. Bye.